Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time. I'm want to call and talk of the King's Day.
That's the reason I'm done with him, because I see the boy out there to get up here to see him, Ragashanti.
Hold on, the boy have you and the girl have beard with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
This is the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga. Then people that look at me and say you're Aganeering because the way we are.
Yo, that word them mad. Aganeering. Aganeering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti, I did mix up daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on.
Yes, Ragashanti. Do you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Check. Take ya!
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Take ya! Once greetings and blessings, all massive and crew. Big up on yourself. And my name Ragashanti. Mama last picnic, aka wash belly. You see, that's what the thing said. Once a good afternoon, well, and a good afternoon. A good night. No, you know, big up on yourself. You know, good night. Good night. Did I say good night? Good night. And if your night not good, remember, you know, attitude defines your environment, it defines your reality. So if you assume a posture where the night is good, then the night will have no alternative but to evolve the way you determine it to be. Okay, so make it a good night, even if it's not a good night. If the people them thief your money and your becks, still make it a good night. If somebody oral sex away your man or your woman and you're upset and it's a bad night for you, still make it a good night. Okay? If you never get that promotion at work and you're upset about it, still make it a good night. If you can't stand your neighbor, anytime you see your neighbor, you just want upchuck. You just want vomit. And think because you're your neighbor in a drama and sitting and think, don't make them spoil up your night, you know. Still make it a good night. I could go on and on and on. The night is what you going to make it. You understand? All right, big up on the 7 people. I'm a day. Everything is everything. What I think how someone still I come at airport and I run with left the people and who send phone in. And that president knows that still a go on. You never know. Yeah, man, that still a go on, man. People send for people, man. People make big sacrifice for people and that thing and send for people. And when they come at airport and run with left them, you know. One recently, some get this, some dashy. One them actually pick up the person from airport, you know, president. Pick up a man, you know, he's a man, you know. She pick up a man from airport and them drive, go home and thing like that. And when them reach at the house, she tell him and say, yes, so you know, see a new house. And he must say, what? You know, the house look better than how they looking at a picture and all them something and whatever and thing, you know. And she come out and she said she go open the door and she take up her little bag and thing and she open the door and she go inside. President knows when she go inside, I must go put on a little bag for come out, for go help with the suitcase and thing. In general, is a car, she see her go down the road. The man don't line up him woman already for pick him up, you know. Yeah, man, and it look like some movements did for me, don't know, like, it's like, what I must say, like the movement did for make from the airport, but something never work out or sitting on it or whatever. So by the B, come now, whatever, and she text him and whatever, and text her and say, him in a car. And she say, where you there? And him I say, where, and him just give her the address and thing. And she follow them, go the address, you know. And like, well, not follow them, but she line up at the address. So you see, by the, remember I said the woman just pick him up from airport, you know. She filed for him and bring him up, you know. Then tell me something, you know. When somebody file for you and bring you up, and you run from them at airport, how that go, Prezi? Because how that go? Because if you really meant it, you know, it's like, say, if the person still upon conditional status, well, them are going to get knocked. Right? And for those of you who don't know, when a U.S. citizen file for somebody and thing and whatever, and the first 2 years, and it got through, they're a permanent resident, right? But the first 2 years, it's called a conditional status. And then after that, now, after the 2 years, now, them have to kind of go back in and say, we're still married, we're still there, and this wasn't done to circumvent the laws of the United States of America, and it's a valid marriage, and everything good and good, and then them take off the conditional status, and then we give you 10-year right there, so, you know. But, Prezi, if the people are married for more than 2 years, you know, and apply and the person get the green card, them not get it with conditional status, you know, President. Them get it straight up. So if somebody run up on them green card and this and whatever, you know, them just kind of arrange a divorce right there. So, but right here say that still a go on. See there, somebody posting at the IrieJam 360 thing and say them get the 10-year from Jamaica. Interesting. But apparently, that's still a go on. People send for people and them come up on them. Yo, President, I did my show or a free up. You know, listen free up, but I did my show. One woman call and she said recently, she bring up a man and thing and whatever, and him there in the house and live with her and she go work and thing, and when she come home back, him not there. I did that show, yeah? Now, you have people who listen both Ragashanti live and free up, so them are going to tell me. One I want to over the IrieJam 360 page, want to remind me if I did free up, that woman that did tell me about that, or was it Ragashanti line? Also, them a person I say I free up. The man, one woman says she bring up a man and thing, and you know, cause she was hurt and upset and things, so she not do it again. And whatever, and we say, what now I'm inquire and thing, and she make her know, so she bring up the man and thing, and you know, she and the man a deal for a while, you know, years and sitting and a line up, and you know, the filings and money, make them no file for me instead. Okay, run off. Make them no file for me instead of people who are run off from airport. Kevin Linton, I say him them for file for. Okay. So she said she bring him up and thing and him, you know, him there and in the house and thing, and she left and go work, and when she come back, he general cut and gone with all them things them. Why somehow no cool, you know, I don't think I could have do that though. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that to somebody. But we're honestly, because listen to me, if I did something that me have to do for like be successful in our life, then would I never be successful. Like I couldn't do that. I couldn't do them something. Anyway, real quickly, I made a clarification about some things on free up today over Ragashanti TV. And since we're on IrieJam Radio right now, and some of you just listen me on IrieJam Radio, and in fact a couple of you had made some inquiries about the same type of thing, and you only listen to IrieJam Radio. May I giving us some clarification now regarding this thing with President Joe Biden and what I refer to as the ganja pardon, right? Well, of course, up here they say marijuana, or they say cannabis. Cannabis Yo, if you really think about it, ganja have a whole heap of name in a prezi. Marijuana, ganja, cannabis, weed, sensimilia, pot. I hope I'm come here them call it pot. I don't even know why they call it. Whole heap of name it have, man. But anyway. So, some of you a caller recently, right here on Ragashanti Live, him did him did call and make a statement along the lines where I said basically with the ganja pardon, some people will now be entitled to certain immigration provisions that they were denied based on their conviction for, some possession of cannabis. Many of you have heard President Joe Biden came out recently and, the way the media reported it, it left a lot of confusion amongst many of you. And many of you misunderstood so much of what was, well, I wouldn't say misunderstood because there's so many layers to it that if it wasn't clarified, there's no way you should know, right? But many of you have heard, that many of you have interpreted that President Joe Biden's, as was stated, pardon, and they use the word all, convictions relating to marijuana, okay? Okay, first, this is a federal pardon, not a state pardon. Okay? Again, this is a federal pardon. So if you were convicted in circuit court, in a federal court, not a state court, it would apply to you. No, wait, let me back up first. The first thing I should say is that this pardon, it applies only to U.S. citizens and permanent residents. Again, the pardon from the president, the so-called ganja pardon, sweeping ganja pardon, it applies only to United States citizens and permanent residents. Couple of you spoke to me of situations you were in while you were filing. While you were filing, you got in trouble with ganja and you were excluded as such, you were denied as such based on your conviction. And some of you are mistakenly of the opinion that it applies to you. No, it doesn't. If you are applying for a change of status or another posture under the Immigration Act, INA, the Immigration and Naturalization Act, and you had not yet received that permanent resident status, it doesn't apply to you, right? Again, it only applies to permanent residents and citizens who were convicted when they were permanent residents or citizens, okay? Second, it's a federal pardon, not a state pardon. The United States Constitution does not allow the president to pardon people for their crimes for state convictions, right? I think it's respective states have their own constitutions, but, it's the governor in each state in the cases where a state allows, constitutionally empowers the governor to do so. Well, it's the governor who has to do so, okay? So, even if you're a permanent resident, or even if you were a permanent resident or a U.S. citizen, when you got this conviction, you would be pardoned if it happened in federal court, not state court. Next, the pardon is for I forgot the exact amount and what were the demarcations, but the pardon is for people who had small amounts, who were convicted for small amounts of, ganja possession, right? Again, the pardon is for people who were convicted for small amounts of ganja possession. So, to be blunt, if you were convicted as part of a conspiracy for some sort of substantial trafficking of drugs and so forth, you are not. They're still ironing out some of the details, but that part is sufficiently clear at this point. To put if it was a big thing you did get convicted for, it not go apply to you. It apply to people who were convicted with small amount. And what is really going on here is that around the time of Bill Clinton's presidency, and when Joe Biden was also still a senator in the United States Senate, there was this huge crime problem. Some are too young for know, but the 80s was kind of crazy in America, right? President, you too young for know what, but the 80s are come up on them time, they talk about shower posse and thing, and then you come up in the 90s, you talk about sashi, and but that's talk about the Jamaican side, but the Caribbean side, but be things that are going on around them time, the man, be things and them time the crack cocaine and them thing that they all just like take off, wicked and thing and whatever. So there was a huge and massive crime problem all over. And the authorities were challenged to do something about it. Long story short, they ended up with this thing called 3 strikes on your own, to use a baseball analogy. Well, they used a baseball analogy. 3 strikes or you're out. And basically, if you were convicted of 3 felonies, not misdemeanors, but felonies, the third one resulted in an automatic long sentence. Right? 3 strikes and you're out. But, if your third felony was, if your third felony would have resulted in a long stretch in a prison for you. The implementation of this was such that it was just really, really disproportionately impacting black peoples. And it was a situation where they would catch somebody with a 1 spliff and thing, but because they had 2 felony before, and them catch them with a spliff in a way where it's a felony, then we end up with all a 20-odd year sentence and all them something there and whatever, and you end up now going to prison for 20-odd years for a little spliff or something like so, or a small amount of weed and thing like that, all right? And of course, activists, black activists and even non-black activists, they were screaming like, listen, this is this disproportionate impact that it's having on specific minority groups. They were saying that, there's something wrong here and that is a wrong approach to this matter, and that, some people were advocating for some more community-based interventions in order to help the people who were impacted by this and suffering from it and being incarcerated in droves by it and things like that. That did not, those proposals did not fall on, shall we say, accommodating ears, and unfortunately, tens and tens of thousands of black people were incarcerated terribly. And at that time, Joe Biden was one of the strongest advocates for this 3 strikes you're out. Bill Clinton too, of course. He signed the bill. So, and then years after, this has followed him doggedly. And, when Bill Clinton would come up and talk about what he did for the black community and whatever, they would just hammer it in and say, whatever, you remember what you did to us, I think. Additionally, in recent years, the United States have been suffering terribly from what has been referred to as the opioid crisis. Now, the opioid crisis is a drug problem too. But interestingly, the opioid crisis, it affects mostly white people. And the authorities, they're over, some people have been held accountable with the opioid crisis, but the major initiative in dealing with it is one of compassion, is one of care, and is one of like, these people need help, and we need to do what we can do. Parents are losing their children, and it was just one of care. So, the black activists and others, them jump out and we're like, are you guys serious? When black people were in a similar situation and we were asking you for help, your response was, if you do the crime, pay the time, and things like that. And now we have another drug crisis. It's a drug, and it is a felony, just like it was a felony before. And the whole approach now is different. The very approach that we were asking for, you're not giving it to this because it's mostly white people and things. So then beat them about it and things. So when Joe Biden was running for president, they attacked him about that. And be like, yo, Joe, you supported this thing too, and whatever. And it is within that context that the campaigning, Joe Biden, campaigning for president, he made a promise that when he comes into power, he's going to do what he essentially just did. And I guess, he remained true to his word, much to the chagrin of those on the right, the conservatives, and particularly given that it's just a matter of weeks before we have the midterm elections here in the United States. So it's a hot topic out there. And, some people have said that he did it, to get votes. But in fairness to him, he had promised that he would have done it. And even the vice president, Kamala Harris, she's on record saying that that would be done too, even though she, as Attorney General in California, she incarcerated many people too, for smoking weed and all these things and so forth and things like that. So basically, they're doing what they said they would do, and that is the backstory to what is going on here. And and the last thing I want to share with you on this matter now is even though if you're a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident and you had a ganja conviction that falls within the parameters of what has been established for this pardon from the president, even though you can be pardoned, if as a permanent resident you were under some sort of immigration proceedings and you were deported or suffered some punitive, suffered some punishment for a conviction related to, to ganja, and again, consistent with the amounts that were, established in the president's pardon, you would not be automatically entitled to, shall we say, a retraction of your conviction or retraction of whatever punishment, immigration punishment you had experienced, pursuant to your conviction. Why? The president can pardon, but the president cannot make law. And your punishment would have been as a result of the law. Be reminded, the United States of America is governed under the three prongs of governance system. The executive, led by the president, the Congress, the elective officials of, the House of Representatives and the United States Senate, that's the Congress, and the judiciary, the courts, of which the Supreme Court is the top court. And the way the framers designed it, that is the framers of the United States Constitution back in the day, is that each branch of government needs the other two. In order to get things done, each branch of government must get the support of the other two. So what happened is the Congress makes laws. So the Congress make the law, but it cannot become law unless it's signed in by the president. The Congress makes laws, the president signs the laws. The interpretation and the operation of the laws, that is administered by the court. So even though the Congress makes the laws, the Congress can't tell you how the law will work. It's only the courts can do that. And the courts do that consistent with the United States Constitution and consistent with what they refer to as state laws. So it's either state laws or it's statutory. It was enacted, right? So when the president pardons people, if you are punished under a certain law from Congress, right, that punishment is not automatically reversed if the president pardons you relating to that law. And what I'm saying here is that the pardon is part of the process. But if your punishment is based on federal law, then the Congress going now have to change the law. The Congress have to say, okay, the president has pardoned so and so, so we're going to change the law now. The president can't change the law. Or the Congress have to change the law. So what is happening now, a lot of immigration professionals and immigration lawyers now, they're looking to what the Congress will do, and they're also looking to what states are going to do, because remember, it's a federal law that the president do, and they're hoping that the state, and coming president, that the states will do likewise. Because the United States is in a precarious position right now where there are many states that have legalized the limited use of ganja, whether medicinally or recreationally, up to a certain amount, as many of you are well aware. So you have this dilemma where legal ganja is being sold in the state, but it was federally still illegal. And that is another issue about ganja being classified as a Schedule I drug, which the president has also said. See, ganja is considered a Schedule I drug, as in one of the most serious drugs. So ganja is up there with fentanyl and cocaine and all of that. And people have long argued that you cannot put ganja in the same light. Not only that, the circumstances under which it became a Schedule I drug under the Nixon administration, President Nixon administration, was all political, and it wasn't grounded in logic and so forth. So people are saying this thing needs to be changed. So the president recently said, listen, I need to change it. But he can't change it. He might tell the Congress and them to change it. So it's up to Congress now to see if them going to decommission ganja off of the Schedule I status, that very serious, terrible, nasty, dirty status right there, that many people have argued that it doesn't deserve. So I'm just saying all this to say that even if you get the pardon, and even if you were punished based on the law made by Congress, the president can pardon you, you're pardoned, but it doesn't mean that whatever punishment you received will now be rescinded, will now be revoked, will now be erased because the president pardoned you and thing. If you were punished under the laws of Congress, well, Congress have to say, all right, immigration, we're talking about immigration matters now, and thing. Then them have to change it. Right? And this is associated with, if any of you, if this is something that you're interested in and you want to understand what's going on, I urge you to Google right now. I don't have the time to go in, but just Google the following: the plenary power doctrine. Plenary power doctrine as it relates to non-citizens and, frankly, non-immigrants also. But just Google that. Plenary power doctrine. Right? I'm going to just read what it says. relative to Congress's authority. And in this case, I would even use the term absolute authority on matters relating to, on immigration matters, where the courts have stayed away from it and have deferred to Congress. The law and the president is not constitutionally empowered. Well, the president is already not constitutionally empowered to go against the will of Congress and things like that. So, and it definitely applies here, So it's not really good news, in terms of what many of you were expecting when in the year say President Biden pardon them, but such is the case, all right? And I hope, that can just, in a general sense, help to clarify some of the questions many of you have been asking me and things like that. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to go to our craziness, all right? We're soon forward.
It's the Bridge 99 FM. How you deal with? Gonna leave.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Back in the juggling with the thing, and we are going to the 4 lines right now. Yo, if you know about any, I don't know, you can call in with anything you want to call in, pan. You understand? But if you don't know about any mix-up where people bring up people and the people and run well left them and thing, just call you and give it a mix-up and tell you what go on. If you have been in a situation where you bring up somebody from Jamaica or anywhere else, and the person run away, and even though you feel bad about it or upset about it, call we and tell me about it. If you know somebody, right? If I one of your generation, if I one of your friend or one of your cumbler, it happened to, or if I one of your co-worker, one of your church sister or your church brother, right? Then bring up somebody from Jamaica or anywhere else, and the person goes, boops, bops, and cut by them, and then call we and give it a drama, right? What? Okay. 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. And do remember, Fata Diamond Party birthday celebration Friday, October 21st, day and night. Day and night. It's all about the refix. Where? The Day and Night Catering Hall, 131-23 Springfield Boulevard. 131-23 Springfield Boulevard. Right? That next week, Friday the 21st. Fata Diamond birthday party. Haffi, so. I remember September and bang. Give me the call, President. Make we don't ramp with things around here. Work, we have work. Right? Greetings. Hello. Hello? Hello? You know, some here like somebody there and whatever. Hello? President call online?
Raga?
Yeah. Mr. Never rang, what happened?
What are you going? How are you doing? Good evening.
Boy, yeah, my auntie, You understand that? My auntie. But auntie, I am blessed, Mr. Never Wrong. Dirty nigga now get the better of me. Crosses now get the better of me. Satan and him ginger fly them not getting the better of me. I am blessed, highly favored. Things are going for me and I'm very thankful. Things are going for you, Mr. Never Wrong.
Yeah, things are going for me. But yeah, okay. I'm not running the person in change the address before you got the place.
What you mean change? What you mean? What you mean change? What kind of address?
When you get the visa,
yeah,
Kingston,
yeah,
and you come, that's what they tell you, don't bust the envelope. When you come at Kennedy or in the envelope, they ask the question, the immigration asks if you change it. So what they do, then change the address. That the green cannot go there. Whosoever apply, take him up. The green cannot go there, so you go the address so they want to go. So they, get to see the person.
Who changed the address? Who changed the address?
The person change the address. That's why the immigration asks you. If you change your address, and if you say yes.
Well, I'm never wrong. You last me, I mean, I really know where you at. Where you really at? Tell me where you at about. Yeah, when people run off at airport, what? Yeah, what?
Yes, they run off of they really run off of the airport.
Yeah.
When they come at the airport, the international airport like Kennedy, whatever the airport they land,
yeah.
international.
Yeah.
the immigration will ask you if you change your address. So when if you say yes, they send the green card to the address where you say yes, one. So you go, they're not really running. They have their mind to run away.
Well,
you understand me?
Hold on. Well, the first thing, perhaps you're telling me about one way that they do it. It's not that it's automatically done that way. But you seem to be saying to me, there's one way where they outsmart the system is that they have the option to change their address when they're entering into the country. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Hold on. No, hold on, Mr. Neverang. Are you sure about that? Because usually, with these things, they defer to who they call the sponsor or the petitioner, right? And it's you now, the burden is on you to confirm what the sponsor or the petitioner say. But you are telling me that they give the autonomy now to the person who are coming for you decide where you want to go. Don't think that the immigration officer would have more like if they say, all right, which address you are go? And then I look on the address where you're supposed to go, and it's you must make sure say you give them the address. You know, feel say I saw it work.
Yes, what I'm saying, because I something say I'm to my friend. In change the address when you come at the international airport to where you want to go.
Yeah, what did that mean? Tell me what did that mean to one of your friends. Tell me what I'm trying.
The woman sponsor him.
Yeah.
He come and we have somebody like a sweetheart, I figure, or some man friend, we go. He change the address when he come at the international airport, like Kennedy, whatever. He change that address while in the visa.
Hold on, Mr. Neverang. You are tell me, say you have a brethren now. Him did have one woman who sent for him, but him did have one look about a woman and thing and whatever. And him change him address and don't go to the woman who sent for him and go to the bona woman. And that you tell me, say.
Yes, but no most a woman now. He can't go to a man. He's not most a woman.
Hold on, Mr. Neverang. Stop right there, sir. Mr. Neverang, you make Prezi check off I chair again. You know. What you mean? Oh, you mean him can't go to a man as him brethren?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what we mean. When you come at the international, like Kennedy, whatever, international airport to go, they will ask you, before they bust envelope, they ask you if you change the address, your address changes. And if you say yes, when they bust envelope, when they send out the green card, they send the address, send the green card address, what you tell them. They don't send the address what the panel.
I think I have never been in that position, kind of. Some did get my thing and whatever. But Mr. Neverang, it no sound so to me like I saw it work. Me know you try to explain something to me, but you must not explain it good. Because it can't work, so Mr. Neverang. It can't work, so.
Yes, Raga.
What?
Huh? I don't tell you things what you hear. I tell you what I know about. I tell you what I'm knowing about.
Well, Mr. Neverang, there are many things that many of us think we know, and then somebody else can. You know, much time I think me know something, and somebody tell me something else and correct me, and when me think me didn't know, and I saw it go. Nothing wrong with that, you know.
Me know about that's what I tell you. I'm to my friend 2 weeks ago. In change the address where if you got the woman. So the green card don't get the woman address. The green card go in friend house.
Hold on. No, Mr. Neverang, that is a different thing from when you are coming at the airport, you know. Mr. Neverang, you see where you are Mr. Neverang, you see where you are talking about when me did I get my green card? When me did I get my green card, at the time when me I get it, me and my wife were never together. Right? And then me did make arrangement and change the address where the green card for go. Because them said them send it out and me I said, but me not get it and thing. So I make them cancel the one where them send out. And then we change the address and them send it to a different address. So that is a different thing. So after you're in the country, you can change the address where the green card will be delivered to.
That's what I'm trying to show you.
No, that you try to tell me. You tell me, sir, when you're coming at the airport, at that time it happened. That you just tell me.
No. Listen to. When you land at the international airport, the immigration man will bust the envelope. Before he bust the envelope, he asks you, say, if you change your address. And if you say yes, then send the green card or the address you tell him. That's what you're
No. Somebody else ever gonna call and tell me, say, well, yeah, I saw it go. Somebody else ever gonna call and say, no, hold on. Somebody else ever gonna call and say, Raga, you see what Mr. Never Wrong I tell you? I saw it go. All right. But Mr. Never Wrong, let me ask you something. I have something for ask you, though. Yo, so your brethren, when you said do that and whatever, you know. So, well, your brethren was a look upon coat. Why him do that to the woman, Mr. Never? You hear what old time people used to say Mr. Never Wrong? Birds of a feather. Flock together, show me your company, and I'll tell you who you are. So your brethren who are general woman them with it. Mr. Never Wrong of them things that you are going with to, don't it? You're general woman to, don't?
No.
No, it sounds to me like you're general woman. You are your friend. You are your brethren at the same thing.
No. Listen,
what?
Me tell you already say, me not see the hole and drop in a hit. No way that not going to happen.
Don't drop it.
Me not going to see the hole.
You not see the hole and drop in a hit. But Mr. Never Wrong, you know, Mr. Never Wrong, you know, think that sometimes it's good for you drop right in the hole, you know, feel so?
No.
You don't want to drop in the hole? You don't want to drop in the hole, Mr. Never Wrong?
No.
All right, let me ask you something. You know, all right, remember, you know, think that some hole good for dropping,
No hole can't good for dropping.
Well, you said no hole can't good for drop. Well, Mr. Never Wrong, me I give you next time. Think about this one. You don't think that some hole good for dropping, you know?
No.
Mr. Never Wrong, you just said no hole good for dropping. That means you basically you say
who take you to
no, Mr. Never Wrong. Mr. Never Wrong, it sounds to me like you say no good hole no there, no good hole no there.
Me never tell you that. I never said that.
No, you just said no hole good for dropping. So may I ask you, do you have good do you have good hole out there where good for your dropping?
Me no said no. Listen what me say, and I said no, me answer your question.
Yeah.
Let me ask one question now. Let me ask you my question.
You ask me a question.
You know you can't swim. You know you can't swim without going to deep water?
Well, you know, so me not going on a hole where me have to swim.
No. Answer the question me ask you. Answer the question. You know you can't swim.
Yeah.
Did you without going to deep water?
No,
yes
well, no, me not going to deep water if me can't swim. Me not going.
Okay, all right then.
All right.
Done with you.
So, well on this. So wait, so what you said then, if you know you can't manage out the hole, don't go into the hole then, don't.
Right. That's what I'm trying to show you. Me not telling
no, but what I'm asking you, all right then. If you know so you can't manage the shallow water, you not going into the shallow water?
Yes.
All right then. So by the same, follow me now, you know. So if you know so you can't manage a hole, you don't go into that hole there.
Manage the hole? Depends on what kind of hole me are going in.
Well, of course.
Depends on what kind of hole me are going.
Yeah, all right. No, all right then. So me ask you now. All right, well on then. So if it depends on what kind of hole you are going in, it follows then that you can't have a good hole.
No. You know, I'm tell that for the year. Me tell you after the year in the quality.
No.
That's more your number personal.
But Mr. Never remember me give my number, man.
No, me tell you the number and race out of my phone. Me know say 917, but me no remember the arrest.
No, 917. But Prezi, I say Mr. Never wrong number there. But Mr. Never wrong, your number come up black now, you know.
Me tell you my number all the while.
No, me I tell you, say your number black now, so we need your number. How we are going to get your number now? It black.
No hole. Me not gonna know deep water. Me know me can't swim.
Well,
because I go drown.
Right.
Me don't go drown. So he's a foolish man. Knowing can't swim and go in a deep water. So if he drown, who for fall? No for him.
Yeah.
No for him, Raga.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Me not tell you. Me not come out of my mouth and contact foolish fan radio. And as we tell you, say, when you catch at the airport, the immigration man, they ask you, did you change your address?
Listen to me, we're going over and over. Me tell you, so me going to wait for somebody call and confirm what you say. Because me never in that position there yet, so me have to wait for if somebody can call and say, Raga, when I never wrong, say, I true, you know, I true, man, can I go through it. It can't happen. It can't happen. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Go on the program.
Well, but Mr. Never wrong. You eat crab. You eat crab. You eat crab?
Of course, me eat crab.
All right, then. How people catch crab?
You catch in a bag.
They catch in a bag and thing, but which part crab live?
Crab live near water, man.
Yeah, but what them living upon the land? What them living?
Crab not live in a land. Then the crab live in a hole.
Crab live in a hole. So you have
still land, but
still land, right,
water.
right.
Yes,
so,
but that's still land and in the water.
Yes, so what me I say now, this is an example, a literal and physical example where good things in a hole.
Well, as we said, depends on the hole.
Then of course it depends on the hole, and every hole good. Every hole can good.
Yeah, listen to me. But you see, depends what kind of hole you go.
No, but in this case, I'm saying that crab hole good. Crab hole a good hole. Crab hole a good hole.
That's a different transaction.
No, but that is just my point. You said something's different from something. So I'm just saying that you say it depends, and me just a challenge your thing because you gave us the impression that no all a good wall, and me I try to say no, but you have to have good wall. So we never want a misunderstanding. Okay, all right.
All right, me give you an impression, but
yeah,
no whole where you know you don't put yourself in trouble. You know how and you know trouble where you want go in it.
No, well, me totally agree with that. Because you have enough people guilty of that. Them know say the whole of trouble and them still going at the wall. And I be a crisis follow them after. Be a problem after because them going at the wall and them didn't know say about the wall, you know. And I never good wall and then going at the wall and I be a problem reach. I totally agree with you right there.
Yeah, but you see, in an ambition and in a love himself. In an ambition and in a love himself.
Any man who going in one bad hole, no?
Yes. In an ambition.
No, ambition.
You know, where you want to go.
Yes.
If
you know a bad hole, if you know a problem hole, where you going in there for? Yeah.
Exactly. You want to go there.
Mr. Never Wrong, talk to the one them who them not have no ambition and no love themselves and who are going at the bad hole. Talk to them for me. Talk to them.
Life no Mr. Ragashanti.
Talk to them out there, man. Talk to them. Yeah.
Life is not who you want.
Yeah.
You have to love yourself.
Yeah, love yourself.
If you don't love yourself, if you don't love yourself, nobody's not going to love you.
Exactly.
So you make sure love yourself first.
Exactly.
And then have ambition. That's you move up to the rank where you want to go.
Bruh.
If you follow, if you move up to the rank where you want to go, because if you follow them people, you turn cross like some of them.
Exactly.
And you don't want to turn cross.
Exactly. Me not want to turn cross. We're not turn the cross around here.
Exactly.
We're not turn the cross around here. All cross them.
You want live up the life where you feel live.
Yes.
Like you're one woman.
Yeah.
And the woman they keep man with you.
Yeah.
Tell him to go.
Go.
And you step out of the relationship.
And you step out of the relationship.
Like I say, boy, Anton Tufenke. No. You just make that man.
Well, Anton what? Anton what? Mr. Never Wrong. What you said Tufenke?
Turn Tufenke.
What is Tufenke?
They say one door. Yeah.
What is Tufenke? What is Tufenke?
Tufenke? You will turn workless.
You turn workless.
You will turn workless.
Yeah, so workless people them are Tufenke. Workless people them are Tufenke, no? Them are Tufenke.
Yes. Nobody want to turn cross. Unless you want, if you do what a woman, listen.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you make one woman, you have to make two on top. Few on top and female on top together. But few can't clap alone and in female. No.
One hand can't clap. One hand can't clap. One hand can't clap. One hand can't clap, yes.
So, what you do for your scene now?
CR. No, Mr. Never Wrong. From your CR. From your CR.
She. Now produce with you leave alone.
Leave her alone. Flick with that bush. Flick with that bush.
You don't want to turn on. You don't want to turn on.
We don't want no woman who want to fenke. We don't want no to fenke woman round here. No to fenke woman round here. No crop. Not to fenke. And crop.
No crop. Where do we crop?
Dash them with a bush. Fling them with a bush. Run with that.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Never Wrong. All right, blessing.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Into my heart, into my heart, come into my heart. The water is troubled, my friend. Step right in. God Almighty power is moving every hour. No longer real. Christ so real to me. Tell the prodigal boy, tell him to come without delay. Hey, listen to me, no, man. Anytime it's never wrong job on this, worries. He plays turnover. People don't wake up on a Friday, you know, the first 2 hours, top of the hour, we have to take a break for 3 minutes. So we're coming up on the 11 o'clock hour right now. We're going to break for 3 minutes. And when we break and forward, we're going to connect with Jamaica too. So for the next hour, is Jamaica and New York in a combination. That is Spanish for combination. All right, big up on yourself. Go pee-pee. Well, a pee-pee break and come back. Kiss on look a pull ups beside you know. And if it's a tufenke, get rid of them. Because we not feature no tufenke around here. Don't me like that name there. It's even wickeder than Skettle. No tufenke. We're soon forward. 3 minutes. Why yo? Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Back in the juggling, I'm in name Ragashanti. I'm my mama last pit, name is Cherry Wash Belly. That would be me. All right, we just want New York people. We have been here for an hour. Just want to remind you one thing. Until the time, go back on the same schedule and sitting and thing and whatever. On Fridays, our New York show start an hour before we connect with Jamaica. So just know, say, right now, we just connect up with the Bridge 99 FM in Jamaica and things. So we just want to say big respect to all our Jamaican listeners and things. Big up on yourself, up so, wrong so, down so, over so, under so, all about. Big up on yourself, August Town, you know, don't know, you know, lock and seal, not change. What we say Waterhouse, them fin know. What we say Mountain View, them fin know. GX Road and all them ends, big up on yourself. South side, and the right side, them fin know. Large up on yourself, all surrounding areas and things. Bower Banks, big up on yourself. Anything off of the Windward Road, anything off of East Queen Street Baptist, anything off of East Queen Street, big up on yourself, including East Queen Street Baptist Church. But grew up in that church, a large up on yourself. Spoilers, Tel Aviv, brap. All Kirkis, big up yourself. All Linky from down a back of God, big up on yourself. What we say? Real Town, them for no proper things, see? Manly Meadows and all them ends there. Big up on yourself. And the native son attack to no. I mean, Ragashanti, live and in flesh, same way, not change everything, lock up and seal, same way, done. And do remember, with the pan that thing right, you know, where big up Mr. Never Wrong who shell down the thing as usual. And, you know, they can call him about anything they want to call him about we are talking about the people or, you know, somebody send for somebody and when them come at airport, them run off from the people who send for them. And we know say enough of that go on. You understand? Do it and big up yourself. Of course, Spanish Town. Big up Spanish Town. Now left out Spanish Town. I'm a place. Cocoa and the whole works. Large up on yourself down. Yeah, Taspen, Ellerslie, and all them places. They large up on yourself. Okay. So somebody sent something and say, yo, 20 years ago, a friend filed for her husband. The husband said he had no family or friends here. So the husband in Jamaica set the date. But he gave his wife the wrong information. Another woman picked him up at JFK and took him upstate. Pick him up the day before. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now here we go on, Prezi. She sent for the man, you know. But it's like, the way the thing juggles, she make him man set the date when he might come up. And him give her a date. But like him say, he might come up the 15th, him come up the 14th. Right? And have a different woman and pick him up and carry him go upstate. And she must run down there the 15th. Lord Jesus, President go see how she beard that day there. And fresh up. Go see how she beard and make sure she her nails them do. She get her money and her penny. And make sure she have good hairstyle that day. Go see how she all set up in her hairdressing parlor for fix up her hair good. Cause boy, you come up, boy, you fix it good fresh. You understand? Go see how she beard good that day. They probably had beard with 2 different soap, 3 different soap. Probably had beard with 2 regular soap and then beard with one of them turn up body wash something that smell good. You understand? Go see how she shave up her juju for make sure say the juju nice and clean and smooth and ready for some good pressuring and thing and whatever. Go see how she sexy up herself in one brand new outfit and thing and turn up out at JFK and look for boy and boy gone upstate from the day before and thing like that. Probably I'll have 2 flowers and all them something there. Go see how she go buy new sheet and thing and whatever. You know when them buy the sheet, them what them say about the sheet them again, like them that say 800. Prezi, what them say? When you buy sheet, the quality sheet, like, you don't know the term what them use for sheet again. Like you say 500 so and so, 800 so and so, 1,000 so and so. You know what? Sheet, man. What? What? No, man, them have something. What? Tread count. It's here, man. Tread count. Yes, them a post it there. Tread count. Go see how she go buy up her 1,000 tread count or 1,200 tread count sheet and thing and put it on the bed and ready for the general go lay down. Nobody to her thing. Oh, God. Oh. All right, then. Here the number now again, you know. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. If you're calling from the United States or Canada, 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. If you're calling from Jamaica, 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. People, you know say the concept of seasons exists, right? Particularly, we up here in North America, we're familiar with that. Well, really in the north, right? Because we know about fall, we're in fall right now, then we're going to have winter, we have spring, and we have summer seasons. So we're familiar with seasons, right? But I am convinced that there is something going on out there with human beings where certain seasons come upon us, but we're not fully aware. But the seasons are not literal and physical, you know, in nature, right? And what does that I mean? People, don't ever notice like this ever happen to you, no? Like there would be a time when it's like all of your ex them a call you and a connect, and your ex them don't know them one another, you know, them live a different place, you know. And all of a sudden them will kind of call you and a check in with you and a feel you out and I like them all, you know, shout you out and all them, you know, look at we and thing and whatever. And you wonder like, I want to go on, oh, all of my ex them a call me so. And you get all we call it the hey you text. You know, that text there, you know. Hey you. Yeah. That ever happen to you, no? You like, you know, like when the ex them just start calling out of the blue. And they don't know each other. But it's like them are checking with you around the same time. Like you not deal with them for a long time or whatever, and then out of the blue, them are checking with you. There's another thing. You never notice that sometime when it's like life I go normal phone and you know, you're not a problem, you know, life just normal. It's just run of the mill, right? You never notice that sometime I want to get in a situation and like on a happy and things are going for and thing. You never notice that at that time all some people want to know earbud for a long time. At that time them all link you back and I check you and you say, and you have to wonder like, I could have watched some them all link you now when things are going good for you now and now them want to come link you. And like you wonder if them feel something, don't. Me feel say something a go on this, you know, people. Me feel say something a go on this. Me feel something a go on this. Let me go in a different version, right? Mothers, it's mostly mothers me here say this. when mothers have young children and them something there. Them say them, it's like the picnic them can't sense when them a do it in a heightened emotional state. And them a said, them see a distinct pattern. When them a do so and thing and whatever, and them in a separate room a do so and them know the picnic them now. Them in that room every night, the picnic them bother them. Them but them a say the time them in there, you know, your husband and wife too or whatever and thing, but them a say there is a thing where when them a go through certain things, you know, when them a start out, like, it's like the pity them feel something and just want to reach out at that time and knock the door. Me feel that there's unseen, you know, them unseen something. When me done telling you what me think already, you know, what convinced me about that, you know. But the synchronization of women's period when time them live together. Me done telling you, say, that alone make me know, say, there are unseen forces at work that we are not yet able to understand. I have said this to you already. I'm not let that go. Right? Up till today, science has not been able to explain. They can identify it. They can identify that it happens. But they, up till today, dear people, the brightest minds in this world, they can't explain it. They cannot explain where anywhere you go in the world, anywhere you go in the world, and you put women together, women who did not know each other before, not related, right, or genetically different, and whatever, and you put them together, eventually their menstrual cycle synchronizes. People are not even realize how powerful that something that is, and how powerful that force must be that is causing it. Because make no mistake about it, that part is incontrovertible, that there is something causing it. Right? One of the fundamental tenets of science is that a cause and effect relationship increases in validity when the cause and effect relationship can be replicated. Let me say that again. One of the fundamental tenets of empirical science is that any conclusion about a relationship between two or more variables, for people to say conclusively that that relationship does indeed exist, the relationship must be able to be replicated, you know, under the same circumstances that it came about. And that gives it validity. So if somebody do an experiment and say so and so and so, the way we are trained in academia is that another scientist supposed to can do the same experiment and get same or similar result. And if that scientist do it, then that scientist will say, well, pursuant to the study that was done by so and so, I have done this and that, you know, and I have controlled for the same variables under this and that condition, and I've made a slight change here, and I pretty much got the same result, which means that the relationship between these variables, it suggests that there is consistency there and there is validity in the relationship. That's how the thing works. So if you have this thing being repeated over and over again, which it has been repeating over and over again for hundreds of years, then it is unequivocal. Something is causing it. But we don't know what it is. And whatever is causing it, it is not something we can see. People want to realize, want to realize the magnitude of that power, whatever it is that's going on there. You bring 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strange women, put them in the same locale, have them live together. and their internal biological processes. This thing here where, their menstrual cycle, which is unique to each woman. And though this thing is unique to each woman, something is going on where whatever energy it is or whatever it is or whatever is going on, where there's a synchronization between the biological functioning of all those women, where there's some sort of unification that takes place there. There is some sort of realigning in a way that they're coming together. There is some sort of a construction of a unitary. There is homogeneity. I won't use them big word. There's a coming together going on there of these, different biological processes between. That is powerful in our people. That is that one thing there. Let me tell you, so there is many other powerful things that go on out there where we don't understand and things yet, And they're very much working on us, and in some ways they're also seasonal. And yes, I am one of those people. I would love to know what that is, like what's going on there. And I know some of you, you may just simplistically say, well, gotta work, and fine. But some of these things, they can be identified and deconstructed and better understood. And, and I think in this case, where you have entities, as in organisms, as in women, and people, what does that say about women? What does that say about women in terms of, some sort of power that exists there? Right? Is it exclusive to women? Are there similar things that occur with men? It's just that men don't have, men don't menstruate, but are there similar things occurring? Are there similar processes occurring if it is men and women living together, but the manifestation becomes evidentiary, the evidence becomes manifest, in the case of women because of their cycle, but other things are happening also with men, if men are in that group, these things, these are some of the things that preoccupy my mind sometimes, and I'm like, wow, the kind of wow factor, like, life is just amazing in so many ways, and we think we understand so much about life, but remember, 1,000 years ago, those people thought they had reached, many of them thought they had reached the zenith of civilization and the understanding of life and whatever, only for us to look back on them 1,000 years ago and said, well, I know you all thought that you were super bright and all these things and whatever, but based on the advances that we have made in knowledge up till now, the last thousands of years, you're now primitive, which necessarily means that 1,000 years from now, there will be people looking back on us and saying, oh God, we were so primitive. That knowledge would have advanced. Just as our knowledge advanced from 1,000 years ago to now, knowledge will have advanced 1,000 years into the future. And they are going to know so many things that it's just going to be amazing. And the capacity for them to do things and whatever is just going to be, oh no, probably they will be able to fly. I'm just saying. Anyway, I digress. But when I'm not performing on radio or on stage and engaging in my signature craziness and thing, these are some of the things that I happily engage in, and that some people will find boring, but I find them exciting and find them fun to think about. So much so, my enjoyment of them is just so strong that you know, sometimes they're stronger than some of the greatest pleasures that we celebrate every day here on earth, you know. But for me just love them type of something, you know. That's why, you know, I love the channel them some of the thing, just pass over and go and watch. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, because me will watch 1 or 2 times, me will watch look at what do you mean did I watch one what you call it? Where them put the people in on the island and who and they with who and who they with who and whatever. You know? Yeah, that's a fun thing. But you know, give them a National Geographic and thing and them look at something there, you know. And you learn a lot also. All right. If you're calling from America or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742, right? 888-546-8742. If you call from Jamaica, the number is 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. So this came into me, you know, Ragashanti at gmail.com. Of course, that is my email, Ragashanti. This person says, Raga, how do you determine if a hole is good or bad? Raga, how do you determine if a hole is good or bad? I am not so sure I should answer this question. You know, but I mean, I have to see what the signs are, you know. What are the conditions that precede the hole, you know? Very often we get some signals, you know, and if we pay attention to the signal, you will know if, you know, so, you know, say you pass a cave hole, because a cave is like a hole, you know. And if you pass and you hear inside of the hole, don't go in the hole, because a cave hole is not a good hole. If you go in the hole, something might nyam you and kill you. So if we use that as a metaphor now, you know, we can't say, you know, sometimes we get some signals, you know, that I watch a movie one time, you know, Running, Robert De Niro and whatever. It's one of those spy suspense thriller movies. But at one point, there was a line in the movie where the Robert De Niro character says, I never go in anywhere that I don't know how I'll get out. And I've always said, you know, that is a statement to live by. Never go in anywhere that you don't know how you can come out of it. Never go into anything that you don't know how you can get out of it. It don't mean say you're going to get out, you know. But you must have an understanding for get out. The problem with that, you know why that is powerful? We are conditioned to believe that if you're really committed to something, you must go all in and don't think about what might be needed to get out. That is what them teaching to say. You must be so fully committed. You dive right in and thing and whatever, and you don't think about if you need to get out of this thing. But I will submit to you that both objectives are not mutually exclusive. You can go all into something, and know how you can come out of it. But it don't mean say, you know, that dilute how much you're all into it. I want to know the biggest one with that, of course. It's marriage. Now, when you're younger, this don't make sense to you. But I know most of you who are older now, late in your 40s, your 50s, and your 60s, that you see some wisdom in that based on the experiences that you have had in life. Right? The older you get, the more you appreciate some of these things. You know? Never go all in. Never surrender yourself totally to something that you're essentially helpless and devoid of knowledge of how to get out of it. A lot of people know we're very good at falling in love. Falling in love, very easy for a lot of people. They know how to do that. A lot of people don't know how to fall out of love. Yeah. Give me the call, Prezi. Hello. Greetings.
Yes.
Wagwan.
Greetings.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. I have been listening to you with a lot of laughter, man.
Okay. As
But
usual.
Yeah, you know it's about the hole. If you get in the hole and you're sure down there, that's a bad hole.
What you say? If you go in the hole and what? If you are in the hole?
If you get in the hole or you're near the hole and there's a sewer line down there, you know that's a bad hole.
Right. No, that's a good line. Yes, yeah. If there's a sewer line down there, that is not a good hole then, because you don't want to, you don't want that sewer line go bust pan you down in a hole there, no.
Exactly, so you need to keep your distance from it.
Right, because you would be covered in you know what inside that hole, and then you have to swim into the sewer's content in order to get out of that. So when we watch TV and we see the man them and movies and the man them run up and down the sewer and thing. It's not a good thing, you know. So sewer hole is not a good hole. Sewer hole is not a good hole at all.
Well, on the other hand, though,
yeah,
sewer hole may be good, because if we didn't have that sewer hole, we might be in a lot of sanitation trouble.
There
we
you
need
go.
to have it to take the sanitation away.
Yeah. So every hole have a purpose, don't care about it.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
exactly what I'm saying.
You know what is interesting about this? There is a tool, right, called a hoe. You know that, right? And them say every hoe have them tick a bush, right? And so every hole have them purpose. Every hole have some purpose. I think.
My father was a farmer.
Yeah.
My father was a farmer.
Yeah.
And he had to have his hoe with him all the time.
Right, yeah, you can. So your father always have a hoe?
Always had a hoe, because he did a lot of farming.
He did a lot of farming, so he always have a hoe. He have a hoe with him. Never out a hoe yet, your father, don't?
That's right.
That's right. Okay. I mean, that's what farmers do, you know. They dig. Yeah.
Well, man, I have to say, man, your show lightens up a Friday night, man. You really energize a Friday night.
Intentionally so. All right.
Well, I can say it's working. It's working real good.
All right. Thank you for the feedback. Much appreciated, indeed. All right.
Good. Okay.
All right. Blessings, man. And you be careful of whatever hole you may be stepping in out there. All right.
Yes, I won't step in it at all.
All right, then. Cool. Anyway, people going to take a little break right now. We'll soon forward.
Decades of hits, from the classics to current tracks. You'll find it all on the Bridge 99 FM, the station for everyone.
New style, yes, new flow.
The Bridge 99 FM to the world.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
Back in the juggling and thing. And again, the number is 888-546-8742. From the United States or Canada, 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 8742. If you're calling from Jamaica, the number is 876 676 4996. 876 676 4996. 876 676 4996. 876 676 4996. People do remember, it's all about Fatter Diamond birthday party and sitting and thing. Again, next Friday, October the 21st. Day and night catering hall, 13123 Springfield Boulevard. Day and night catering hall, 131-23 Springfield Boulevard, right here in Queens. And do remember, sir, it's all about Saturday, November the 5th, when we have a thing named Star and Stretch. Right? I don't know IrieJam family people, them there and thing. Bring a thing called a return of Act Your Age. Act Your Age. Hosted by none other than Conscience himself. Seeing it's all about their birthday celebration that, international star and, of course, Stretch and thing. Road International family and IrieJam family, them and thing again. So that is Saturday, November the 5th. Saturday, November the 5th. Hosted by ladies on a man in a man, right? And I know it's a Conscience on a man, right? And I want to serve them some more artists to be added, and that is right here in Queens. And they will let you know the location when we get a little bit nearer. And thing. Also, Saturday, December the 3rd, it's all my brother, Dub Master Chris. I go turn over the whole of New York City. The general, I go hard. We don't want you, Dubby, I go hard. We don't want you, seeing? Dub Master Chris birthday bash is back, and it named the Dub Club. You understand? And of course, Miss Lady, we have mash up a place with her song. She put it on the wrong one, right? And she have a what kind of problem? She have a GP problem. She have a GP problem. Now, some of my older listeners, who don't understand what I talk about right now, but the people them out in the street, them know what going on with Jada Kingdom's new song called GPP. Them know what the GPP mean. I cannot tell you what the GPP mean and thing. Even if I tell you what the G mean and what the P mean, just by telling them two, they're not going to know what the middle P mean, and that I got to get into trouble, potentially, yeah? Again, Dub Master Chris Entertainment in association with Musa Music presents Dub Master Chris's birthday bash, the Dub Club, featuring Jada Kingdom and, of course, the General himself from Sherlock, the Lawless Boss, we are talking about Sham, the Bush Lord, Yaksta, and, of course, the Dancing Don, Lali, and the Vendetta Queen, Maka Diamond, Gadget, Stick Up In, Aichuja, Flashmo, and, of course, MC is MC Nuffy, and Dub Master Chris himself. Also, DJ Nori, Young Cho, Lava, and Killaboo. We're at the incomparable Club Amazura right here in Queens, New York. Club Amazura right here in Queens, New York. That is Saturday, December 3. And I don't know, my brother sitting the sound of a Dede, and that one you go hot. That one you go turn over. That one you go on with beer something. Not to be missed indeed. All right? Don't big up yourself, I will. Everything is everything. You don't know the thing set. All right? No. With that president, to them back. Prezi, mind the same thing I go on with the Jamaica line down there, when they call him now come in, You sure? Eh? You sure? Because, remember, I have that little issue there, where, okay, I'm not really see nobody, I say certain thing, whatever. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676. Well, let me make sure I seal up this. 4996. 876-676-4996. From Jamaica, 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. From the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. People, today on Free Up, which is on, Ragashanti TV on YouTube, every Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Jamaica time, the realest Jamaican talk show. A General Shaba, Carly, not Shaba Ranks, but my friend Shaba, Carleen from, TamFam, my friend Shabba, Carleen from London. And you know, so people don't know, so Shabba is a madman and thing and whatever. And Shabba said, when him a use the bathroom, this is him talking on the radio, you know, well, over YouTube, right? On my live show. Shabba said, when him a use the bathroom, there has to be total darkness. It have to dark. Him can't use the bathroom. When him a use the toilet then, let's be a little bit more specific. When him a use the toilet, it have to be total darkness. Total darkness. I have never heard anything like that before. Never. Right? Poetry did call back in the day, and she did explain, say, boy, when she use the toilet, she can't wear no clothes. She have to go in the totally naked. At the time when she said that, I was a little bit surprised with that. I mean, I said, boy, that is strange. Only to have other people, you know, sending them email and calling at the time and say, well, some you stay to and whatever, you know. You'd be amazed, you know, if you learn what are some of the habits and practices of people, you know, in the privacy of their own space, you know. So, you know, I learned something at that time when people called in and sending them email and thing and whatever and say, no, they're like that too. Anytime they use a toilet, they have to be totally naked. Totally naked. Now we hear Shabba. If you don't think I lie, you can listen it on Free Up. It's over at Ragashanti TV. And of course, many of the people listening right now, only did listen to them and hear that too. But Shabba said it have to be total darkness. Not only that, him say entire family is like that. Him same family is like that. Him son and him relative them and other relative them is like that. Then, you know, the place have to be dark when them use the toilet. People that is a little bit strange to me. That is strange to me. That is strange to me. I don't and it have to do with a kind of I guess it's a form of privacy, it's a form of solace. SOLACE is a form of solace for some people, you know. It's a time to I guess, I don't know, relax and just, you know, be one with yourself and thing. But I don't think that when they're doing anything in there, it's anything philosophical or anything like that where them, you know, them are get in touch with themselves. I think it's just for most people, that is just a task. You have to release something and think, but why it have to be total darkness? Cassandra posts and said, my ex-husband is that way. He has to be totally nude. Oh yeah, that's the naked thing. Yeah, a whole heap of people stay so. Them, you know, that's weird. That's really weird. But you know what is interesting about that? Is something like that, you know, you're not going to find that with people like myself who grew up in a like tenement yard. Because when you grew up in a tenement yard, several people use the toilet. Several people use the bathroom. We grew up in a and you know, so the bathroom always outside which part your dwellings there, right? It's always separate from where your dwellings there. So clearly, you know, it would be less likely for them people to evolve a practice where them go to the toilet and them have to be totally naked when them use the toilet, because them have to walk from them room in the tenement yard, go over to the toilet. And then now go walk, stark bar naked, gone over there. See, somebody posted it upon the IrieJam 360 page on Facebook there too. Natasha, she said, I just use the toilet and I turn off the lights. Darkness is a must when me are number 2. And for Jamaicans, be reminded, Americans refer to, we have fix up nothing, doo-doo. When you have doo-doo, Americans call it number 2, right? For them things. So, don't go there, right? So, they know what most Jamaicans a lot of Jamaicans refer to as number 2. Well, up here, Americans is using the toilet. Please don't go there and start making comparisons and all them. At least don't come beat up a show with it. And think, because this is at the Broadcasting Commission, they pan for them look a thing again and whatever, you know? All right? Yeah. So what I say is, when you grow up in a tenement yard, it's less likely that something like that going to come about because you have to walk from your dwelling to go over to the bathroom. You have to walk from your dwelling to go over to the toilet. You understand? And, you know, you're not going to walk naked and things. So it's interesting then to discern, to see as best as you can, like the people who engage in them practice there. When them start do it, when them start strip totally naked before them go in the bathroom. When? Because if them grew up a country where a outhouse toilet and all them something, if them grew up in a tenement yard and whatever. So if you grew up in a house where, you know, the bathroom is covered under the house itself, so. But even that, you know, even that is like, you know, when you grew up, you know, after you pass 3, 4, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, you know, you're worse if you have siblings and things, you don't walk go to the bathroom naked. See, somebody else said, my husband said make him feel lighter when him strip. Oh, so I guess it have a psychological impact, you know. Kind of help you forget the things out. If you don't have no clothes on, you bag you down, don't it? Right? So if you feel lighter or whatever, then the lighter would transfer into the process that you're engaging in, I guess, on some level for some people and thing or whatever. But I think that is weird. And then, but it's definitely weird. The darkness one, I have never, today is the first I heard about that. See there and see other people I said them do it too. It have to be total darkness. But of course, I extrapolated the discussion and ventured into the domain of other activities that people do. And insist on having total darkness when they're doing so. And of course, is with sort out. To this day, people, you still have grown people. You still have grown people who cannot sort out in a light. Grown, accomplished people in them 40s and them 50s and whatever, and even now when them do it, it cannot be done in a light. Venice said, my mother always turned the light off, and she said she preferred it that way. That is when she use the bathroom and I do. Wow. So a lot of people do this thing then. Them have it. I don't really get it, you know. Honestly, you know, I don't really get it. Why them have to turn off the light? What is the impact of the... So when the light on, like, what is wrong then, right? You know, what them feel that is wrong when the light is on, if they're using the toilet and the light is on. What is going... You know, what them feel, what, you know, I guess that would help to explain it. Because we're hearing that when the light turn off, they experience a sense of comfort and relaxation and thing, you know, that is what they prefer. But, you know, so if the light on, when they experience anxiety, what they do, well, I have to be careful. I don't want to disgust many of you and thing or whatever. But like, well, it constrict the flow that you want to have. Somebody say, I don't have to see what I am doing. Somebody else say, I am guilty of, what? Sort out in the dark. Let me see that one, yeah? Well, I'm not going to call a person a name. I don't know if she wants her name to be called on radio with it. She said, I am guilty of sort out in the dark. This is a big woman just post that, you know, IrieJam 360 page on Facebook. She said, all right, but somebody else a bathroom for have light when me I use it all the time. Then Natasha said, I like sort out in a light so I can see the dipstick with the oil on it precisely. right? And people, again, not to discuss you, but I was one of those who, years ago, I went to the doctor for a matter. And in talking to the doctor, and like, I was just, what about so and so? And then the doctor said to me, oh, so when you use a toilet and thing, I mean, do you notice so and so in your stool? You know, that is the term most Jamaicans use in referring to, when you use a toilet. They use it here too. I'm just saying, I was accustomed to it being used. You know, that is the decent way to say it, you know. But it just very casually say, when you use a toilet and thing, I can't talk about what. I think it was something to do with wash out. I mean, I tell him, say, yeah, man, when I grew up, my mother say, you know, regular, about 3 times a year, we have to get wash out, you know, we have to get wash out the sweet and wash out. My mother never used the word toxins, but that is what she was referring to, you know. Sometimes we get 9 morning straight of Cersei and ginger, or we get Mojo herb, or we get black pill at 12 o'clock in the night, then early in the morning we get salts and senna, and then for the rest of the day we just do the out with ripe and thing, and that was wash out and thing. And I remember the doctor was saying that some of those things are not really healthy for you, you know, because them too strong and them do so and so and so and so. And like you must say, like, sometimes people go do them things that when them don't need to and whatever. And then basically I think he was making the argument that once your gastrointestinal system is healthy, then you don't need to force yourself into any washout and things. So, and at that point, him said, so when you use the toilet and thing, have you ever seen so-and-so in your stool and whatever? And I was like, what do you mean seen? And he was like, have you, no, you're seeing so-and-so. I mean, like, I don't know what you mean by seen. When you use the toilet, when you do it and you look at what, I don't look at that. You must be mad. I don't look at that. And the doctor looked at me with disappointment. And the doctor said to me, no, you must always look at it. I'm serious, you know, people. And if anybody take a lie, I bet you somebody post and say true and whatever. The doctor said, no, anytime you use a toilet, you must always look at it. And somebody said, what may I look at it for? I don't want to look at it. That is not something to look at. And he's like, no, you have to look. Said discoloration, whatever that means, I don't know. Right? You know, when did I say to me? Because, you know, I must say discoloration, right? So discoloration is bad coloring, right? It's bad coloring. Now, in order to know bad coloring, you have to know what is good coloring. I don't know what is good coloring with them some of them. And when some say, yeah, you have to look for discoloration, and then them talk about worm and all them something there, and you know, getting at some details, but not getting about if it's too hard or whatever. But apparently the healthy thing to do is to look back at it. See there, people post, Christina posted it, and thing. Dania post and said the same thing too. Miss Jenkins. Well, up till today, I don't look back at it. I don't look. I don't. See the Haley post and say it's true. Her doctor said she must do the same. I don't look back. I don't need to look back. Give me the call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Can you hear me, Raga?
I'm hearing you.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
It's been quite a while, man.
Oh, it's been quite a while?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, go ahead.
Raga, my day, a long time, Raga.
What? Wait. How old is?
Me see one, part of the cigarette family.
Oh, me I wonder, you know, I think I whatever. What you say matter on? You know, so for a second, me think about it or somebody else one or whatever. Well, go on, Bobo.
But there, Raga, me good.
Scene.
Wagwan.
Well, me there, I will it see me, you know, I am doing the do. You understand? You see?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Raga, I heard you talk about, you know, when person using the bathroom, some people have to strip naked.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you something. I have a little boy who is 7 years old, you see?
Yeah.
And nobody else in the household did that. And ever since he started to use the bathroom by himself, Raga, he has to take off every piece of clothes. And he would tell him, go in the bathroom with the clothes on, Raga.
Yeah.
Balling spoiled. He must take off every piece.
Wow.
And nobody else in the house did that. And me don't know him for going nowhere else, because years so him the 24/7.
Right.
So me don't know, I don't know what kind of, you know, say, psychological thing or whatever it does. Me don't know, Raga, but I always observe it. And then I remember I have a brother who's in the army also.
Yeah.
And I remember up to when he was going high school and he used to live with us. He used to do the same thing. Strip off a whole and clothes to go in, but he wouldn't strip off the clothes in front of me, and strip off the clothes, and you would see the clothes on the bed, and then you would hear me in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
But what? No matter on me and you're crazy, you know, because I used to mix up, you know. But, you know, you are one of those callers, you know, who you have this kind of intellectual flexibility for going any direction and the reasoning tight, see you know. So, hear what me I say. I am here thinking about it and thing, all right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we beard, we strip naked, don't it, right? We have to strip naked for go beard, right?
Yeah.
Bearding is a form of cleansing.
Right.
Follow me so far?
Yeah.
When you do, it's really a form of cleansing too, you know.
Yes, it is indeed a form of cleansing, because you're cleansing what is on the inside.
Right. So, I am just wondering if there is some sort of correlation there. Of course, it wouldn't be causation. It would be correlation in terms of similarity. It's like I'm going to engage in a cleansing process now. So whenever I'm engaging in a cleansing process, I should be naked.
Well, I am not know what the man is saying, Raga, but I realize that there are a lot of persons that is doing that, and that are doing that.
But what about what Shabba said today? No, Shabba said him and him family, all of them, whenever they're using the toilet, it have to be total darkness.
I've never seen anyone literally using that and then the bathroom dark, but I know person whenever they're going to bed, they have to be in a dark bathroom.
No, stop right there, sir. Lie you tell.
No, seriously.
Lie you tell.
Listen me, Raga.
What?
I remember when the person told me about it, and I asked her that.
Hold on, one second. People listening on IrieJam Radio in New York, the radio going cut off right now. If you want to continue listening, go to IrieJam 360 on Facebook or thebridge99fm.com. All right, go on, Mataran. Yeah.
Yes, Raga, I remember the first time I heard it, and then I heard it again, and I heard it again. So I heard it more than one time. And I have a doctor friend who I normally involved in herbal product with.
Yeah.
And I asked him about it. And he said that's how a person should be in a darkness. Because there's a lot of health benefits.
Listen, now, I am not a medical doctor, so I am not qualified to speak on the medical properties of health and them something there. But I think that is damn foolishness that doctor saying what kind of advantage a human being will have when them beard in a darkness. That make any sense to you?
Well, what he said, Raga, he said it soothes the mind, relaxes the muscles. I may not say Raga. I can't remember all of them because I know before way back in the 2009 me talk about.
No, but you see, I can't understand if you take a bath and you dim the light and candle lights and them something there. If you take a bath and it create a mood and them something there. But when you talk about turn off light, you have to
turn off the light.
But may I say, use from your common sense perspective, that make any sense to you?
Probably it doesn't make any sense to me, but probably to the person who is turning off the light, probably it did something to them. Because, okay, I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
This individual who I normally live with in Montego Bay.
Yeah.
And Raga, even though she live by herself, nobody in the house with her.
Yeah.
She be in a darkness same way. Nobody know there with her. She be in a darkness same way. And a hell and pour the house if you turn on the light. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
No, hold on. All right. But these people then, I am going to assume that them lotion them body and them, so them see themselves naked otherwise, no?
Mm-hmm.
So if them see themselves naked otherwise, what's the reasoning for them not want the light on when them a bathe? Them have to bathe in the darkness. Me know.
Raga, I don't know. Just like how me see people use bathroom, and when they use in the bathroom, they have to have a newspaper to read. I don't know, sir.
No, wait, hold on. No, my don't pass your place. What wrong with that? What wrong with that?
Me not say nothing, but me not go in the bathroom or sit down on the toilet so long. When me go in the Raga, by the time 6 minutes, me out back.
I know women cuss we men about that, but listen to me, man.
I'm going to take up
our thing different, right? There, so the toilet is a great place for read. It's a great place to read and what?
Raga, me I go tell you something.
Yeah.
Me never like when me around my father, because if you're gonna mess up yourself, me sorry for you. When him gone in, so I lock the door there. So I you have to beat down the door to find out what go on in there. So when he gone in the Raga, I'll 1 hour before him come out.
Your father?
Yeah.
No, me are one of them people. And
me not going to no toilet go sit down.
It's a complaint about women. And here's the irony of that now. Women in general are very particular about our bathroom stay, in terms of cleanliness, So women spend a lot of time ensuring that bathroom clean. But but women, them just can't. And women will have long showers, but them say when them use toilet, them it must just be
quick
and done. But we men now, we will sit up on the toilet and all our meds think about life, read a gleaner, read a magazine and thing. Nowadays, you're on your phone. Oh, you know how much article me read when me up on the toilet and whatever?
No, sir.
Several articles me read. CNN, NBC News, CBS News, NPR. I be reading me up on the toilet seat,
Sometimes when my sister always ask me, say, boy, you done already? Me say, yeah. Me go in the farm, after I ask me there wait for a visa.
Well, you say after the embassy, you there wait for a visa for you just patiently.
Raga, you know what I observe again? You have some people you would never hear them sing, but once them touch the bathroom, you hear them in there sing.
Yeah, a big singer them. That's true.
Yeah.
Come on.
No matter how them sound.
Hold on. Everybody sound better in the bathroom. You know that.
Well, because the sound, you can't have a echo in sound,
No, it's not even just the echo alone. Listen to me, man. Anytime me in the bathroom I sing, remember one time me I singing and the way my sound good, me say, say Luther Van just in a trouble. Luther Van just in a trouble, and thing. And as soon as me come out of the bathroom and me sing again, I'll bullfrog run with the ratted, because I can't hold no note good. You understand? Yeah? But everybody sound good in the bathroom.
I'm going to tell you another thing again, Rag, about this individual that I know, right? Is a man, you see?
Yeah.
And you see, if he go link a girl,
yeah,
and she don't have just a glass with a mirror inside of the room,
yeah,
he cannot start out the girl.
Well, one time me hear something about that. But me soon get to you with that. But me hear something about that. But it was a spiritual explanation that I found ludicrous. It was ridiculous. But him say, any woman, if him go a woman yard and she not have no mirror, him say, no, I can't evil spirit, because, him say, like looking at mirror. So him say, if him go woman yard and him not see no mirror, him not get involved with her, like, mirror for dead. But of course, you see these things in movies too, like when the vampire stand up in front of the mirror, you see the reflection and him something. So I think there's something like that, but I know a man, him say, any him go woman yard and him not see no mirror, him and her not get involved. But this virgin what you talk about now, when is it why? What was his explanation about the dresser mirror?
Him say, him like the reflection of looking at what's going on. And that kind of give him a boost.
Yeah, but I like that too, but that is not a deal breaker.
Well, for him, in tell you blank, a mirror, just a mirror, That big something there, yes.
No, we know, because let me tell you, man, you grew up a ghetto, man. Nothing like when you lift up the woman and catch her up on the dresser, man. And you go and work and thing and whatever. You understand? More time the dresser a little bit too high, and you, the man, have a tip too, and them something, the man. I want me, so, the dresser thing, you know, near being the man say, pan, what? Pan what?
Some bed, some floor against what?
All right. All about. You have to, you have to christen the whole house. Nowadays, people have more appliances, so so the washing machine, I forget christen, the sofa angle, I forget christen, the balcony, the terrace, and all these things. That's a part of the game, but I don't know why it's a deal breaker. I'm saying,
I once have a friend, she no longer lives here, right? And when she met this guy, in her headspace, she figured that the guy have some kind of, erectile dysfunction or something like that. That's the medical term.
Right, ED, right, yeah.
Yes, and when the guy, honestly, to her and tell her, say, boy, the mirror thing there, you get the overs, and she did just see it like, say, it's an excuse the guy make. You understand?
Oh.
And the girl with her own mouth, because she's the person who introduced me to this man. And the girl, when the man back her up. With the mirror.
With the mirror.
Yes, she have to take back everything.
She have to take back everything, because what? Because what now? With him now, him want the mirror, him don't want the mirror.
Him want the mirror, it's like a kick for him. You get the overs, it's
okay,
a kick for him.
Yeah, it's like, that get him off and things. So if the mirror not there, it can't work.
Yes.
Now, what is going on right there, though, what he has is what you call like a definitive fetish, right? You have some people, them have some little things where turn them on to the point where them get so into it that if it's not there, them can't function anymore without it. Well, if them not do it, them can't function. And so in a theme case, that's interesting. I've never heard of that, though, being like a deal breaker, like something that has to be done. I never hear that before.
It was my friend told me about it. It sounded weird, and then when that happened, she tell me, and then she say, "I'm brave enough, money we talk." I see some people them not to talk certain things, and you have some money if them kind of have a little of confidence in them, kind of express themselves.
Right.
And the man just said it.
Well, what is interesting, a lot of hotels, who them have that, are is an option, You can say you want a room with a mirrored ceiling, okay?
Yeah.
And then and you can have your fun, and you look for what go on, and and you have, different position. You can watch up in the mirror up on the ceiling or whatever. And you have mirrored rooms too, room with a whole heap of mirrors. So anywhere you're there in the room, you know. And then you even have somewhere the floor is mirrored, right?
Yeah, somewhere the mirror then at the ceiling too.
No, that is what I just say. You have somewhere the mirror in the ceiling.
Okay, I miss that one. I like that one.
You feel like that one there?
Don't worry yourself, Raga. I like that one there. I've had experience some 20 years back, And it was like a really good experience.
Hold on. And for people who don't know, I am talking to somebody who you say it. You say it the way you say it the right.
Well, okay, I am visually impaired, 19 years old.
You are visually impaired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
So if you are visually impaired and you can't see, what you mean? You like the mirror one? What you mean?
No, I said I have an experience over some 20 years ago. It was a great experience.
Okay, because you're visually impaired 19 years now.
Yes.
Okay,
Come
December. So so you did do look dashing out with mirror before.
I mean, I said the man did tall in a rag and the man body good and tongue.
What you said the man did tall and the body good and strong.
Yes, and the body good and tongue. You get the overs?
Yeah. And so when you see the tall, strong body and the muscle them just a curl up on you, don't turn you on, don't.
Walk with it. You say, walk with it. No, walk with it.
No, we know that walk with something there. That walk with. No, that walk. Then I know you little. I don't know if you still little bit and petite and thing or whatever, but what I hear there? Hear the big laugh. Hear the big laugh. Because the time when me see you have that little neat body the way you can roll and bounce up and thing. No, what are we you did that go on with the something them? What are we you did that go on with the something them? No man, that walk with something that was mad. Except may I keep it real. Right now, when the thing did bust out, you know, that walk with something that lift up something there, you know. Enough of the fluffy them are running pan it and thing and them to leave it alone. It's not for Uno.
I don't feed them.
It's not for Uno. It's not for Uno. And then them bright enough, you know, them are fluffy, you know, so, you know, they're a little bit on the plump here, way to your side, and think. And when them ready, them just jump up on you. And when you tell them, say, like, no, boo, like, what, here at the car, them are going to draw. Say, you're a real man, you're big and strong, look how you're big and strong. I mean, no, you're heavy. And don't push me for say that, you're heavy. What?
I love walls, you know?
Yeah, what? Yeah, man, wall.
I enjoy walls, you know?
Wall good.
You know? Yeah.
You see, your ear, you know you're washing with your thing, you know, man. You know you're washing with your thing, you know. So, nothing wrong, mix it up a little bit and thing or whatever, you know.
Oh, yes.
One time, you know, one time me Japan ends, you know, and Miss Lady, she set up all kind of thing, you know, whatever, but everything they set up for upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And then we downstairs, and the whole of the living room mash up. When we said the whole of the living room mash up, here and now, dear God, it wasn't supposed to happen down here. Everything was supposed to go upstairs, and you just come ravage me and whatever. Yeah, man, some little adventure for go on and thing. When we say living room, the whole of this, the living room seat, cheers, some of them fling out all boat, all whatever, this and that, because our place always neat, you know, when we're done with it at night, man. I don't know nothing normal. Mash up that.
If you have adventure in your life, you miss something.
Thank you.
You see, Raga, you see how when moon shine, you're outside there, so?
No, man, I tell you the God truth, though, the outside something there. You see through the video thing on the camera now.
No, we're not talking about no, man. Come on.
Oh, you mean back in the day? Back in the day, right?
You mean, man, all I want tree there, there's someone that you can run the tree, man.
No, man, outside thing, man. Outside thing, them the nice land. But remember, I said, when we grew up, you know, you in the country now, enough. When me go country, I said, Mary, enough bush thing going, you know, a bush, enough of the thing them going.
Enough people used to catch in a bush in a Raga.
See
enough people used to catch in a bush. Especially farmer them can't give on.
Yeah, man, a be a bush thing going a country. But,
yeah, man.
And then a town now, a house back, right? House back and you have to catch over here, so you go over open land. You go over open land, or you go this and that, or whatever, or whatever. And I know say some people are go whatever this, but yeah, I'll have gully too. Right? Me know some me the shot that thing in me. They live near one gully one time and I dug in a gully we go. You understand or whatever. So that look outside thing there whatever and rare. But you see up here now, me don't know if you notice, you know, one time gone in when you read certain magazine and thing, only for outside thing go on and thing. You don't notice that cut down now, you know.
Yeah.
People will stop still they would drive and all stop and do a thing outside and whatever, but people just conscious about cellular phone nowadays, man.
Yes, yeah. You gotta be careful because you can never tell.
You can never tell. Well, look at all of them videos where we see online where people are film people and them don't know what people are film them, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm afraid of that. I'm not ready for them to see me.
But you know my days in Raga, there was this plum tree. And the plum tree was my favorite spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and I used to climb that plum tree because the plum tree could have look over one place. You remember me tell you?
Yeah.
Television that.
Oh, you used to watch what you climb the plum tree and go watch your people.
You used to watch this man down at me, I'm grown man. I'm see you, especially when the vendor didn't come buy things.
Jesus God, don't I am grown.
You what?
And you know,
I used to climb that tree there, see man. Remember me tell. It's because of that man every day. Because you know when you live in the country, you know, in a river, you have to go to the parish tank, like some community, they have this big parish tank, you go to catch water.
No, hold on. You just said when you live in the country, you don't have no river. Just say some country, you know, have no river.
Some of the country areas, some of the deeper areas,
you
don't have no river. Because where I was living, there was a river up there.
Okay, yeah. No, my country have river, you know. I will have river up there, but go on, yeah.
Yeah, so me, in them time there, no, me not like carry water, but me love carry water them time there.
Why? Because when people go down I tank, them go do good, no?
Because me get the opportunity to go down at the plum tree, you get the over.
Oh, okay,
you know, the grandparents and all of leave the yard just so, you know.
Okay.
They just use the water as an excuse. You know, if you got the tank, just feel, you know, pull your eye.
When me used to run from my mother, when I play some, me used to eventually love runway go. Like, you know, can me runway go differently, but the one that me settle upon now was Ocho Rios. I did have one little guest house on the main road there before you reach up to Turkle Towers. And then it have one big almond tree beside it from the parking lot, you know. You have one part where you walk for go down at the beach or the public beach. At the time, I don't know if it's still a public beach. But to your left, you have one big almond tree. And when you used to climb the almond tree there, you used to see what go on in the guest house. And when you say see everything, you know, man. So, you know, say, me did start stay with this family. One place named Exchange, you know, Middle Street in Exchange. So that you have to take care and all them something they go up there, you know, whatever, you know. So it's a good distance where, you know. You know, say sometimes I'm up there Sunday and I just all whole a beard and thing and like, and then still go down in an Ocho Rios, man. They come in like me, I go move it. But at the almond tree, I can climb, you know. Yeah, you know, some people like a Sunday, I go watch a movie or I go a creamy corner or whatever. Me a beard on a Sunday, I'm going down on my almond tree, movies to the thing or whatever. I down there, so I say, hey, let me tell you something, man. Jamaican man, them when it come to style and position and them something, at this, I see man curl up woman and put them in some position. I see some, so me know, Jamaican woman, them are natural acrobats, you know, natural acrobat. Them can go in any circles or contact because when me in the almond tree, they watch the big people, them do them thing or whatever. A murder. Yeah.
True.
Them days there.
But Raga, have you ever, like, for instance, have a home where you go, you've known to visit the home, so it's not a thing where you don't just go and knock on the door because your sister live there. You know, if you knock, your sister will say, come on, whatever, you understand?
Yeah.
And I remember having this sister, you know, something happened and me around go tell her. You understand? But as I said before, it's not a place where I'm known to knock on the door because she come on my place just the same way.
Yeah.
And Raga, when I run in there, I run in right in the room with her in the ark.
In the ark, and then what happened? No, you know, so that laugh, you get me curious, you know. Well,
argument done.
No, man, back in the day, a long time. I know a long time. Man. So when you're running and she didn't there do the ark thing, come now, man, just pinch me and give me a little intro. What happened now?
Raga, it's like, some people, you know, so some people can then and it's like a last in there where even you stand up over them and they don't know you stand up over them.
True, right.
And the man knows that I was there and she never know. I just take time, tiptoe back and just hold a reverse.
Oh, okay.
She was so lost.
Okay. Oh, no, me did I wonder if them did give you invitation or anything like that.
That's a giant?
Yeah.
Well, not at the time.
Not. Hello,
Raga.
Not at that time.
Raga, now you talk about adventure and experiment and one bag of shit.
Well,
yes. Okay,
all right.
Nothing wrong with adventure.
Yeah, back in the day, you know, little adventure. You know.
Let me tell you something, Raga. I hear about things sometime. I want to be a part of things.
What you... What you mean?
No, because sometimes I hear about certain things and you try to figure out like what's the experience of this is like.
Oh.
But being there and have the experience, it makes you can really relate to it more.
Okay.
Here?
I get what you're saying. I'm feeling you, mate. But tell me something. But I would imagine though that you hear other things so where you're like you would have never want to try that too, right? You hear, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
Right.
Oh yeah, sure. But everybody have a kind of fantasy, you know. And some fantasy might be crazy, but it depends if you're single, and it depends if you're in a relationship, and it depends on the kind of person you're involved with. But for me, never hide your fantasy.
No. I know, so I'm glad you bring this up because anytime I do fantasy topics, and sometimes people call, but anytime I ask them about that, people said them not have no fantasy. But really? I am one of those who believe that everybody have a fantasy. It's just that I think some people view fantasy as something that they consciously think about and say, I want to do this. But that is not the only way to describe fantasy, right? Fantasy is also imagining, right? So if you find yourself often imagine yourself doing certain things and whatever, even though you would never say it to anybody, or you have people who have fantasies and people who imagine things that they enjoy imagining and they enjoy thinking about the fantasy, but they know they would never do it, you know.
Yeah.
They know they would never ever do it. So I don't really believe most people, you know, when them say, oh, I don't have any fantasy and whatever, because I can't tell you how many times when I get people comfortable and thing, and you know them know you for a while and them trust you and them know say you not go say it back to anybody or call them name or whatever. The people them who did I say, no, me not think them, me not have nothing like that. You're frightened if you know what them think sometimes and what them imagine sometimes. People all have imagination where them fight for not having them mind, you know, and I wonder why it keep on come up in their mind, you know. And I live in a denial about it and want to get rid of it and all, I pray about it and all them something there, you know. Things where them not cause hurt or harm to people, you know, but it's like all some like a freaky things or something or, you know, if it be all freaky like them I do it outside or whatever.
Yeah,
and people who say them don't want to think about them something, them don't know why it in my mind. And it's the devil and them want to pray it up because I see it and whatever and all these things.
But you have some of them who have the fantasy, you know.
Yeah.
And they thought about it and they're afraid for approaching partner about it. They are looking forward for the partner. So come on, I'm saying to them like, okay, but it doesn't mean that he's thinking that way. You are thinking that way, so best you make it known than you wait for the person for approach.
No, you have to be careful.
Want to execute
well,
it, you know.
yeah, me know, but you have to be careful with them something they do, you know.
But it depends on what, because it could, all right. Like for instance, there was this girl, like she said me say, you know, like she was coming from somewhere and she in the mood and she didn't want vehicle and she always hear about people going to the beach, night beach or whatever.
Right.
So I said, what can I tell the man? She said no.
Well, that she could have do.
Yeah,
that she could have do.
some of the simple things
and with that, you know, with that, she didn't even have to come out playing. She can just do the woman thing, you know. Just look sexy upon him and just say, yo, me could go to the beach now. And he must say, what kind of beach? I late him 9 years. Yes, I've always wanted to go to the beach in the night. And you me want to go. And right away, the dog, I go know where you're depend or whatever. You turn, beach thing there. You understand and thing. Yeah, so she could have do that.
Yeah, but you have some people, I'm not sure why they're so fearful.
All right, no. But what I'm getting at, though, is there's some people who love to do certain things, right? Or always wanted to do something. And they may have a partner or they're with somebody with whom they're happy and them don't want nobody else and them cool that partner. But them no say them can't bring it up with that person there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and sometimes depends on how the person
not with that person. Yeah. No, just the nature of the thing. Them happy, you know, because remember say you can't happy with somebody, but you know what I mean, say you get everything from them, you know. You made it there with somebody before where you get certain things from them where you just not get it with a person, but you're still happy with that person, but you just know, say, that person, you can't bring that to them because them, you know, I just not feel them think that. What you say about that? Yeah.
That's true. And by communicating with people at times, they know exactly what to say, what not to say, and the levels to go.
Exactly. And at the same time, too, you can't just, you know, say, you're that person in it, you know, but you know, say, I can't take time, broker, in this, you know, and look who you're there. You know?
Yeah, we know that. We know that. You have some people, they probably tell you that they're not in it, but they're just saying it to see what your reaction would be like.
That's true. So,
yeah.
But I know everything for everybody. You have to just know, say.
That's true. They say to each its own.
You're right. You know, but, I was talking to a couple of people and they're saying that I was telling them that threesome is not for everybody and whatever. And they say, you really should give a presentation. And I said, talk about that. She said, no, because I was telling them about pre-threesome, during threesome, and after threesome. What can happen, right? But in the pre-threesome, what we want people to know is that, one, it's not for everybody, but in the pre-threesome, like, there's some people you can bring threesome argument to them and that just irreparably mash up your relationship, you know.
Yeah, like, I'm going to tell you something. I've known of a relationship that break up. And some people don't say over a simple thing, but I guess to the man it's not a simple thing.
Right.
This man, he doesn't like to wear brief. He likes to wear like underpants, right?
Right.
And his girlfriend like we see him in them tight brief, you know, them tight brief business there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Man, no, nothing tight, brother.
No, poor shit.
Yes,
So
and
she
just
not,
like that.
but you see, that is
Just
a case
like
now.
that.
She should have leave it alone. Because
Because
for a lot of
yes.
Jamaican men with that, you know, it's a thing about, do you see me as a man or not? Because for them, understanding of a man is, man no wear brief, man no wear tight brief. And if you are going to insist on me for wear tight brief, to him, I am using a fancy term right now, probably what he would have used, but to them, it's a form of emasculation. You're trying to strip me of my masculinity. And why me must there with you now if you want come, if I saw you see me? You know, I saw you hear the average, that Jamaican man, I say, yo, I ground, you want to come grounds out, bad man, or whatever. It's a man we hear them tight brief, right? Because a lot of Jamaican men, you know, them say tight brief as approximating panty.
Yes.
So,
yes.
and bad, you know, them say bad man now wear G-string. Bad man now wear panty. So for them, if you tell them to wear tight brief, when them watch a movie and see man in them speedo and whatever, them just can't understand it. So if you are going to tell certain Jamaican man, say, a lot of them uptown man, them something them in, you know, but you have some hardcore Jamaican man, some of the salt of the earth Jamaican man. You can't bring them things to them, but wearing a tidy whities and tight brief and bikini brief and all them something there and whatever. Them not in them thing there. Right? So if you as a woman I bring them thing there, the man I say, yo, I disrespect, man. And all them something there. You see?
She just like, according to she just like to see man in a tight brief.
No, a lot of women do, but what I'm saying, this is a perfect example of what I'm saying. With some things, and I'm sure she probably did there with man before who wear it and it turn her around and whatever. But when you're in a relationship, you have to gauge. And you have to say, oh, she not in this, him not in this, but probably me can't get them to come round to it. If you don't get them to come round to it, leave it alone. Don't try to force them with anything. In anything. You understand? Just let it go. Even if it's your thing. And additionally, you may deal with somebody else also where you don't even try to start to work them round the night. It just not gonna happen. Let it go. And develop the capacity to judge as best as you can, you know, certain things where you know you cannot bring up to certain people.
Yeah.
You understand? You know?
Yeah.
That she should have, and what that lead to some lead to a little mashing up between them.
Yeah, it's always a first problem because she always make sure that she got the store and buy it, and like she supposed to go for wear it, and the guy don't want to wear it. You understand?
Nah, man, she
like that, him eye and the guy clothes rather than putting down what the guy likes. She put that there.
And you just keep on a try to put that on the man, though.
Yes.
And the man doing a tidy thing and not anything tight up.
But and then to she just see it as a joke even when the man is serious.
No, she have to go. No, with them something there. You see, anything to do with masculinity with Jamaican men, be careful with it. Be careful. Mark, you know, you have contradictions there, you know. Right? Jamaican man, them have no problem at all. I take off a dirty, sweaty underwear off a woman, but them don't want to touch a clean one. Right? So there are things that don't make sense. But we know when them take off the underwear, what going to happen. So there's a process there towards an objective that totally align with the masculinity, right? Just taking up a panty off a line, even though it clean, even though me always beat them about it. Me understand what's going on there. Anything to do with masculinity, be careful. When you're there with a Jamaican man, not only Jamaican man, I'm just speaking about Jamaican man because I am a Jamaican man and a Jamaican man grow, but the same holds true in many other cultures and things. Anything to do with masculinity or them say manhood or anything like, be careful how you try to force your man to do certain things where he insists him don't want to do, even though he may not articulate it like I am right now. He said, this is about my masculinity or whatever. If he's just hell-bent against it, leave it alone. All right?
True.
You see?
True. If I honestly, for me, I don't like when man wear tight brief. That's just me.
See it there. You
understand?
See it there. All right, Mataran, say a word in a big up yourself.
Okay, my brother, bless up yourself.
Yeah, man, protection and blessings, all right?
All the best. Enjoy the stronging, all right?
Brap. See that?
All right, cool.
Matter around that, people. Foundation in the TamFam, Tambourine family. What you say, Kevin? Wagwan. All right, Senna. Hello.
Ragashanti.
Greetings.
Mystery, one boy.
All right, yeah, move away from the radio or turn it off, here?
Hold on.
Quick. Check. Like him gone.
Yeah.
Hello?
You dash me away,
What you say, what?
You dash me away.
Am I dash you away?
Yes, man.
Who this?
Who you expect?
You know, say your voice sound familiar.
Man.
Who?
Zebedee. Yes,
Zebedee, wagwan, Zebedee. You still over in a Mantiga here?
Yes, man.
When I tell me that I try talk, I don't know what did I go on with the phone. I'm come and I call you and something and one will have a problem with the phone. You remember?
Yes, man.
No.
Make sure you get the number now before cut off, you know.
Well, Kevin, take that number there for me there, yeah? People, this is one of the original, you know, man. When we say original TamFam, you know, man. Zebedee, man. Zebedee, Wagwan, how old are you right now? You're 18, 19 now?
17 back way.
What?
17 back way.
17 back way. You're 71 now, Zebedee. Well, you still drive bus?
No, me get one little strokes, you know, but we start about that half the year.
Okay. But you're wall up, though?
Yeah, me wall up.
All right, Zebedee. I want to tell Zebedee, I can't. People, when I drop a man thing up here, you know, you have some people, every year in Jamaica, you have some people who did take care of me. Once I drop there, Raga don't go so and so over there so hot. Raga Ray, come Raga, I have my boss, you know, and Zebedee, I one of them, you know, not care. You need transportation, just tell me, you know. Boy, Zebedee, you know, so I want to make one little move, but I don't want to drive my car because you remember when we did have that Payera, then everybody didn't know that red Payera, the car, that is only two red Payera in our country. You remember, right?
Right.
So I couldn't make no look at people, I couldn't make no look at Jim Screechy move, you know. So every now and then I have Jap all a mobby and thing, I say, Zebedee, me and I look at drive, they can't give me. Oh, you mean, Raga? Now worry yourself, man. I get me look at drive and drop off for that. Zebedee, me rate you now, what happened to you? Oh, you don't know someone rate you. Oh.
We know.
I got that thing. Oh, your son and your family and your generation, everybody good?
Everybody good, man. Everybody good.
Nice. Is that jive for you, your voice, Zebedee?
Yeah, man. I tell me too, man. Me listen to you all the while.
Blessings, man. Blessings. But I make Kevin take the number here. In fact, Kevin, you text it to me right away so that me no. Kevin, text it to me right now so that me don't ever forget. All right.
Remember this man? You remember your friend from Falmouth?
Which one that now?
When you go in funeral, man, he used to call every day, man.
Look at those.
They call him Boot. Never.
Now look at those, you attack.
Man.
Well, your phone a break up, Zebedee.
Said one.
Right, yeah. What about him?
Me just said tomorrow anniversary.
You remember that, Zebedee?
It's right before me a partner.
What you say?
Neville Maxwell, otherwise known as Boot. Born on the 28th of May, 1940. Died on the...
Wait, hold on. Born on the 28th of where? 28th
of May.
What year?
1948.
1948 in born, okay.
29th of September, 2006.
Hold on, and when him drop out? When you say?
And in Burial Kingdom Hall, they were witness.
Right, which we all were there.
Yeah. 13 Duke Street, Falmouth.
Right.
Sunday, October 15, 2006.
A 2006 was him funeral?
Yes.
Okay, so that a one no. Right, that's what 16 years or what? That's how it go? Yeah, man.
18 years.
2006, 14. Yeah, man. About 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. 6 and 16, 22. Yeah, 2022. So long?
Right. Yeah, man. A long time, Batman.
Your phone a break up, I go in and out. But remember, Miss Ermin did it too, and everybody did it. All of the TamFam of them did it.
Yes, man.
Little dose.
Yes, man. Little dose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, Zebedee, big up yourself, Kevin, send me a number. Well, let me make sure. Kevin, send me a number, now, man. Yeah. No worry, Kevin, say more. Hold on. What you say, Kevin? What that? Well, I'm not here with Kevin. I said, but Kevin, you see him number though. Give me his hand signal. All right, you must see your number, Zebedee. So don't worry yourself. Big up yourself. Here?
Well, we have to go chat one away. See?
All right, my general. Safety. Here?
Take it easy. Rabalak to the world.
What you mean? Calabar, Rabalak, yes, them for no. Mad thing. Anyway, people, we're going to look a break right here. Now we're soon forward. Blessings.
Bridging the Caribbean gaps across the globe on social media. We are Facebooking, IGing, TikToking, and Twittering at The Bridge 99 FM.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Yo, me have to big up Zebedee, because me I tell you, back in Zebedee a soldier, People Zebedee a big man for me, as many of you can tell. And thing, So back in the day when, me did a bad and all these things and, sometimes, in them days, like my show did, for a while, my show was like the #1 show in the whole of Jamaica, man, and things. So, anyway, me the people could have seen me. And Montego Bay was like, let me tell you, man, me did have more people who support me a Montego Bay than Kingston. I saw the thing did set. It's like the support of Mobile did just different. You understand? Some more time, when you're upon the men's there, you want sometimes I don't even know all deep, and I don't even like sort out or whatever or anything like that, More time you just want to make a little movements and drop on the ends and, you kind of just want some time for yourself and whatever, You have some quiet spots on Mobile, Yeah, more time and some Jim Screechy move, yeah. But, Zebedee, they just cool them here, I say, Zebedee, me need a little ride for go so, I don't know if you might remember them things, and if he can't get the ride, if him say, yo, I'm kind of busy, but call a man here, Me just call him, I say, yo, I can't hold him out, and yeah, man, him good, man, and thing and whatever, And give me a little link and thing, and boom, bang, 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 drop on the ends, and say, come back for me at a certain time, and them kind of little flex there and thing. You see it? Zebedee, man. And then now, enough time when I drop on Moby and thing, Zebedee, through him drive tourist bus. Zebedee drive tourist bus, so him know everybody. Him know every bar, him know everywhere, him know the whole of them and whatever, So Zebedee know the spot them, man. And you see me a boy right here now. Most people tell you, really, in all the years, people know Ragashanti. Nobody can't tell us that them see me I run with a big crew or maybe an event, a floss and all them. So, that's my style, right? Nobody can't tell us them see me go whole heap of big events and things. Actually, he's a quiet person who stay at me hand, Yeah, when I work, me go and, go MC this and MC that and whatever. But you know what I like? Just hang out with authentic people. Authentic Jamaican people and just a chat, be a fart, and just a be two jokes and a run joke. I play a little Ludi. I play some Domino. I play some Peter Pat. I just sit down and I chat and I run joke. What you know, I them look at something that I love. I love them look at, that's why I love singing so much. Not that I want people for dead, but I love singing and them look at things because the type of people them who do singing at Jamaica, you know, 99 thing and whatever, and the vibe and the atmosphere and just that thing that when you hang out with like even a small group of people and you know, so all our vibes are easy, you know. Nobody not try to outdo nobody or nobody not try to, you know, disrespect nobody. It's just an atmosphere of fun and joy and you talk, you know, your language, you talk your patois, your Jamaicanness, your country talk and you run look a joke and I love them something there now and Zebedee always know them look vibes there, you know. Yeah. Then you go someplace and people, as soon as you go somewhere, then when you come up on stage and do that, no, so then you just want to relax, man. And Zebedee did always know them look at ends there, you know. And you drop among some people, them no pressure you. You know, them, you know, Raga do this, Raga do that. It's just like, you know, they just blend in and, you know, so you go down and joke and, you know, and like look at vibes. Zebedee people, them, you know. I know Jamaicans in general, I'm not frightened of a celebrity, right? But when I say you just have this other set of people who, you know, kind of glad to see you and whatever, you know, them immediately want you to perform for them, so to speak. And then, you know, sometimes you don't want to do that. You just want easy, you just want amongst your people, them, and that's a whole of joy, you know. Zebedee didn't know them look at ends there, you know. Zebedee didn't know them look at vibe there. You just jump at some place and you're just another person. And the vibe just irony. You see me? Zebedee, big up yourself, man. Your ratings lock and seals here. You know who stays so to God, what him name? Mantiga Beer. Where the policeman name always I do always the bodyguard for people, man. Like when the foreigner them come here. What him name again, man? Somebody go post it. Somebody go post it. One policeman a Montego Bay. Charfine. That is his name. Charfine. Wagwan. Charfine, wagwan. Ragashanti, I heal you up, you know. Big up yourself, man. Charfine, big up yourself anywhere you're there. I hope look a blessing upon you see him and all these things and you're doing well. Right? And good up here follow you. And you wash your foot at night time before you go sleep and not dirty up your sheet. Yeah, alright. Charfine, big up yourself, you know. Okay. Anybody from the mobile ends who know Charfine and you hear me right now, big up your boss, me. When you see him, just tell him to Ragashanti and big him up and thing. I'm a general lot. Right? A man that used to, you know, because Mobile one interesting place, you know, because sometimes you drop a Mobile, you want to go up on all certain ends up on the hill, them and thing, you know. All of the paradise, them end on Norwood, paradise and thing, and sad, you know, and all them look a place. You have to know what go on the street. Because you may drop in a something hot and, you know, you may drop in a something where, a place where warm. And, you know, want that, you know. So, and when my other brethren in the name of Clarendon, him did look out for me. I always look out for me. Anyway, if you do with me, Pen and Clarendon. Lord Jesus, so tonight I can't remember the man them name. Him drop out door. Anybody from Clarendon, I want to know who me attack. Oh God, I forgot the man name, man. And him did have the panty party on the big trailer back, the party there. The panty party. Where Wooly Pa panty did give away. I'm turn over the party there. I lock the party there. All people from Clarendon. When I remember the party there, God, I forgot the man name, man. And keep Wooly Pa dance, man. Him dead, man. Him dead years now, few years, you know. I see the man face, you know, man. Rate them man, because you don't know Clarendon, I want one place, you know, so you have to know what is what, and more time, and some people, I am if you go some dancing or some way up in all, some look woods and hole and all them look place. And when I tell the man, I say, if you come host some party in one cave, you know. Man, cave, you know, people like somewhere in a Clarendon there, you know. I remember when him name, forgot him name, and I him tell me, sir, Ragam, oh, Bruce, Charfine live in England, you know. What you say to me? There's a Charfine gone. Charfine, big up yourself over there in London, England, large up. One time, them have one dance, you know, them hire me for one dance, you know, give me deposit and everything, you know. I'm very disciplined, you know, because you see that same panty party there. A man did give me $4,000 for do one party in New Jersey on the same date at a panty party there at Jamaica. And it was my general birthday. And I tell the man, say, you know, say a principal, I can't do that. And the man I say, me up it to $5,000. Come, man. And I say, how much money you give me? But nah, the man, I'm going to charge him for that. And I'm going to tell him to just give me back gas money. And thing, and when I say, no, principal, right? And me alone as artist or entertainer upon him party. A man said, I'm little ticket them for him party because people are come to Ragashanti. So me not gonna make money, make me not go to the party or whatever. You understand? And that was one of the best parties that me ever go to a Jamaica Terati and think people. No man, I don't gizmo him name, man. Reggae Rajas. I don't know how I forget him name. Reggae Rajas. That's him name. Reggae Rajas, man. Reggae Rajas. Right? So him is like Zebedee over there saying I'm Antigua Bay. Him is like that for me over Maypen side and the surrounding areas, you know, Lionel Town and Hayes and all them. Him just know what I go on. You know, and we say, yo, we're gonna go down there so because clans and, you know, one other, these are clans, these are one crew from over, so them kill one boy and thing. You know, them go there and thing, and them man never look out for you and thing, so, you know, me just all a party, them just, you know, me just give them a pill, you know, send them back them deposit and thing, and way, and stay away from them, because I never want to come vex with me and come shoot me. I shoot me in my foot to them vex and whatever, but, you know, them man never look out for you, you know. Me like, you know, me appreciate them something there because in that business what we in, you know, the way me they juggle my thing in the people, I tell you no. Nobody can tell us that them say Raga roll with crew. Right? Me ever roll alone. No, my Reggae Rajas, I never kill him, man. I sick him sick and drop out. I sick him sick and drop out. I don't think them they kill him. Marveling. I think I sick him sick and drop out. If they sick man with some kind of, I think probably cancer or something, you know, and drop out. Reggae Rajas. And sitting and thing, you know. Real general and thing. Them man they, you know, just, you know, big man thing, you know, principle. Man they just governed by principle and certain discipline. So it's true me always go when me and go alone. Oh, Chef Kenny. You call him Gizmo, but Mr. Russian say Reggae Rajas, a.k.a. Gizmo. So, I him see him on them called Gizmo. Okay, Reggae Rajas, a.k.a. Gizmo. Okay, I never know him as Gizmo. I just know him as Reggae Rajas, you know? You understand? And them man, they know the road code a certain way. Man, they, you know. Yo, Ragabam, I looking for him, she like you, you know. I hear it. Nah, I Raga you, man. Trust me, man. You sure of me? Oh, for real? All right, make a link. Boom, you know? And man, they know them style. You see it? And thing, you know? Real general in the thing there. And them, man, them real road man and thing and whatever. And know for balance them thing and even run them out about certain thing and whatever, you know? So we have to give thanks to them people. Not far we are juggle the thing from, you know? Large upon yourself, you know, people. We give thanks to all of them people who support Ragashanti from Foundation. All right, people, do remember now, say, we have a thing over YouTube, Ragashanti TV, right? You can subscribe to the channel and click the bell also for, you know, for notification for know what go on. But we start the membership thing over there now. So anytime you watch a video over, you know, Ragashanti TV on YouTube, under the video, you're going to see something that says join. And that is an option to join Ragashanti TV for members only content. All right? Still, I get over something. Members only content, right? So it have 3 levels. The first level, at the $4.99 level, it's just the people who want to support. Well, look at thing. I remember $4.99 a month. $4.99 a month. So call it $5. All right, and thing or whatever. So that be a big thing that. So, that are the TamFam Gold, and then you have the TamFam Platinum and TamFam Diamond levels after that, right? The TamFam Gold, you just basically are going to get members only video content, basically. Members only video content. But that are the people who really just want to support, even a little thing, to Ragashanti TV and thing and whatever, all right? Because, I'm my thing. So I'm me who not support you, who not join and sitting, all right? And thing. Big up the Free Up crew and everybody and thing, all right? And, you can join the TamFam Platinum also, or the TamFam Diamond, where you're going to get a lot more content, much more content, okay? And this is personal content from me and things like that, all right? So I want you to join and just support the thing for me, because that's a my little thing when me and Bill write this, so you understand? So again, over YouTube, Ragashanti TV, any video you're going to watch under the video, you're going to say join. So if you click that and you see the option to join and thing, for members only content, right? And there's going to be a bunch of exclusive content for members only too, and some of them going to be spontaneous. Many of you have been asking to be able to listen to the old outer order show them, right? I want to put an outer order level under the members only level, right? And it would just be an addition to the TamFam Diamond, right? So you have 3 levels over there now. TamFam Gold, then TamFam Platinum, then TamFam Diamond. If I put in the outer order thing, it's nothing extra over TamFam Diamond, right? It would be the same price as TamFam Diamond, and you get access to everything. Now, I know that outer order, no found been an ask feed, but outer order is raw content. And again, it was something I had envisioned where, my reasoning then was that Jamaica is just such a highly sexualized country that is often in contestation with conservative principles grounded in our religious background. Many of us grew up in a religious background. Even when we don't go to church and we go to school, many of our schools were aligned with a church. All the traditional high schools were aligned with a particular Protestant denomination. Calabar was Baptist, but just the names, Holy Childhood, Alpha, St. Andrew High, St. Hugh's, just make you know, say, these were aligned with some religious order. And because of that, you have this whole conservative side that is always contesting with a secular side and things like that. And it just promotes a lot of ambiguities, inconsistencies, and confusion. And there was really a platform for us to openly and publicly speak, about, sex and Jamaican culture and whatever. So I provided that. And it was a phenomenal success, right, with a heavy dose of humor, hilarity, and entertainment and thing. And the outer order shows were just legendary. But they were very raw, like raw in a Jamaican way. Raw, like unadulterated and thing or whatever, uninhibited and things. So it's not for everybody because some people just cannot manage that language and thing like that. But many of you, you want to hear about those shows. And I want to provide them for you. So I'm going to set it up where it's an option for you to listen in the members only section. However, YouTube, in the outer order shows, a lot of music was played by DJ Crisscross. YouTube doesn't allow us to play copyrighted content in copyrighted songs in content on the YouTube platform. So it might be the case that even if I put the outer order channel in YouTube, if YouTube block the content over there, then my option is either to go edit the show them, cut out the music them, and then put them up, or just put the show them someplace else where you can listen to show them in them fullness anyway. The most logical place to do that, to put the outer order shows, will be over at OnlyFans. So I don't want, if you subscribe to TamFam Diamond, you have to go subscribe separately to over OnlyFans if you want to listen out other content. So I'm going to try to figure out a way, for people who are TamFam Diamond subscribers who also want to listen to other content to be able to listen to that content freely, right? So I'm presently trying to figure out the logistics of setting up that. And as I make progress and things, I will, duly inform you of the developments in that order. But for right now, I am inviting you to support Ragashanti TV over YouTube if you're listening this live right now, or you're listening it as a repeat, right? By becoming a member. Now, when you're a member, you're going to have a lot of self-empowering content also. That is just for members exclusively that I'm going to post there, all right? So it's idea if you're supporting the channel, you get to listen to show them in general, free up and thing and whatever, but at the same time, you're going to get some extras and things like that, and I'll ensure that those extras are well worth it, okay? So I'm inviting you to support the channel by joining and becoming a member. Now, some of you say you're just going to become a member, but you don't even have time to listen to the thing, but you want to support the channel anyway. I'm going to say give thanks to that. Some of you have already signed up, and you have informed me as such that you signed up, you're a member, you're a subscriber. As a member subscriber, but you say, boy, Raga, I hardly have time for so and so, but I support your thing and whatever. So I give thanks to you also, all right? So again, the way to join is under any video over Ragashanti TV on YouTube. You will see join. Click that, right where it says join, and you will see your options. Scroll down. Right now there are 3 levels: TamFam Gold, TamFam Platinum, and TamFam Diamond. All right, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Take care of yourself, people. Be good and think. Be safe. Be safe, Jamaica people, please. And think, and even up here in America, be safe and think. As big as America is, we still have to be careful up here, no? And think, see, there was a 15-year-old boy killed 5 people down in North Carolina to rat it. 15-year-old just go rise up and start kill people. One woman said, when she said the killer through her window, and somebody tell her, I said, see the killer there? The woman said, she said, but he's just a baby. Right? Little 15-year-old boy. So we have to be careful when we're up here and talk, but boy, Jamaica terrible, man. Now go back there and whatever. It up here too. Right? And we not stop love, we look at Jamaican thing, but we see what going down there. So take care of yourself, and watching the head back. Anyone there in the world, whether Jamaica, America, Canada, England, anywhere, there, big up on yourself, right? Safety and protection, people. Love and blessings, Yo, Kevin, big up yourself here, Papa. All right? Protection. All right, TamFamers. Anna, Outer Road.